Only 3 people on a sofa so that you can be comfortable. We are going to begin any moment now. This is indeed a very special day, very special. It's indeed pleasure to have all of you here today. As you can see, all the dignitaries are making their way to the auditorium. We are going to begin. I request all the successful candidates to be seated, please, as soon as possible. We have to begin with this auspicious day. I request each one of you to be seated, please. Everyone is kindly requested to be seated, please, so that we can begin with the ceremony. A very good afternoon and warm welcome on behalf of MIT's MIT Group of Institutions for the 8th National Felicitation Ceremony of UPSC Qualifiers 2015. On behalf of MIT's MIT Civil Services Training Institute, Pune, the trustees, staff, and the students of MIT's MIT Group of Institutions, Pune, take pleasure in inviting all of you today for this special occasion. MIT Group of Institutions has always been taking very great initiatives and coming up with very unique kind of activities, and this one is definitely one of them. This is our 8th year of the National Felicitation Ceremonies, and this gives us immense pleasure and pride to receive all the UPSC successful candidates, pay our respects to them, pay our respects to their parents, and this becomes definitely a very special initiative for us. One of the similar initiatives that we have been taking, mic gone. One of the similar initiatives we have been taking is bringing the youth of this nation together. We have been listening about the parliaments, the debates that happen in parliament, but all those are the representatives of the nations that we have chosen. But is there any platform which will voice the heart of the youth of this nation? And keeping this concept in mind, our Honorable Vice President, Shri Rahul Vishwanath Karat sir, created a completely innovative, one of its kind in the world platform called Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. I will take this opportunity to introduce all of you to one of the most innovative initiatives that MIT's MIT Group of Institutions have ever taken, Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. I request my technical team to kindly relay the film on Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, BCS, established by Professor Rahul V. Karat, is an apolitical platform on which student leaders from all ideologies assemble to voice their political opinions.
आओ अब कुछ बात करेंगे, मिलजुल कर अब काम करेंगे। आओ अब कुछ बात करेंगे, मिलजुल कर अब काम
Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad is a platform which is like a breeding ground for the future politicians of India.
We can be lovable girlfriends and boyfriends. We can be outstanding general secretaries of our colleges. Then why not a responsible, willing, and a politics-friendly citizen of this nation?
It is essential for the youth to understand and accept the significance of these diverse cultures.
We have to take the concept of this very student parliament to every state, every college, every university, every school, and every panchayat.
The objective of BCS is to sensitize the youth towards the ideals of democracy and political process by exposing them to all views and opinions so as to ease themselves into the political mainstream.
हिंदुस्तान में पोटेंशियल इतना है कि कोई उसकी सीमा नहीं। 21वीं शताब्दी को हम भारत की शताब्दी बना करके दिखाएंगे।
This experiment of holding student parliament is unique in nature. It is not an ordinary experiment. It's a cause for national unity.
और मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं, महाराष्ट्र के अंदर जो रिजोल्यूशन आप पास करेंगे उसके ऊपर महाराष्ट्र की सरकार निश्चित रूप से कार्य करेगी, क्योंकि मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि जो लोग इस देश का संचालन करने वाले हैं, अगर उनके मन में जो बातें हैं उन बातों का प्रतिबिंब हमारी पॉलिटी में, हमारी राजनीति में, हमारे लोकतंत्र में अगर हम तैयार नहीं कर पाए तो ये लोकतंत्र अधूरा रहेगा।
और मेरे बेटा बेटियों, आज इस छात्र संसद के डाइस पे खड़े रह के शिवराज सिंह चौहान ये घोषणा करता है कि भौतिकता की अग्नि में दग्ध विश्व मानवता को शाश्वत शांति के पथ का दिग्दर्शन अगर कोई कराएगा तो हमारा भारत कराएगा। ये भारत भूमि कराएगी, इस देश के विचार कराएंगे।
If you see today, 1/4 of youth are voting, 2/3 of old people are voting. That means you are totally dejected politics. You are not showing any interest in politics, but your future will depend on politics again. So all of us has to think, we should not disappoint it to politics. How to shape the politics, how to improve the politics, how to bring good leadership in politics is very, very important. I'm telling you, India is a great nation. One or two problems may be there. And at the end of the day, we are having all resources. If you play well, if you work well, no country will defeat India. That is the advantage for India.
To follow the principles of work with integrity and succeed with integrity.
We should use our intelligence, our common sense, and with sense of responsibility.
Opportunity for youth in this globalized era.
I salute you because you are going to be the builder of this great nation.
ये आप अच्छा काम करेंगे, देश को बदलेंगे, आपको असुविधाएं आएंगी, आपको दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन मेरे दोस्तों डरना मत।
The young people of India are showing us that they do not lack in enthusiasm, idealism, sacrifice, passion, fervor, and a deep commitment to the future of the country.
There is no force on earth mightier than an idea whose time has come.
जिनमें सोच है, हिम्मत है, आगे बढ़ने की और सही रास्ता पकड़ने की.
Perhaps some students in one forum like this from every part of the country. I commend each one of you for taking your time.
अगर हमारे नेता अच्छे होंगे, उनको अगर सही विजन होगी, सही दिशा होगी, तो देश की भी अच्छी दशा होने वाली है। और इसलिए नेताओं का निर्माण कैसे करना, और सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के सामने ये महत्वपूर्ण सवाल है।
हमें ऐसी राजनीति करनी होगी जिस राजनीति में हम सचमुच एक सदाचारी राजनीति कर सकें और बादलों से निकली पानी की बूंदों को पकड़ के बेपानी होती धरती को पानीदार बना सकें।
राहुल जी ने मेरे को भारतीय छात्र संसद का गवर्निंग काउंसिल में रहने के लिए कहा। ये मैं सौभाग्य मानता हूँ कि और हार्दिक शुक्रिया अदा कहना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि जितने भी तिब्बती लोगों को भारत सरकार, भारत देश, भारतीय जनता ने किया है, किसी और देश ने नहीं किया है।
जी में मिला दे, मैं जुदा हो नहीं सकता, अब इससे ज्यादा मैं तेरा हो नहीं सकता, बस तू मेरी आवाज से आवाज मिला दे, फिर देख के इस देश में क्या हो नहीं सकता।
It is said that politics without principles, business without ethics, and education without aim is like a country without its youth.
Great honor to be here speaking at this Indian Students' Parliament.
Youth is the one who is going to be the future tomorrow. And for the country's prosperity and development, it is necessary that we also work in politics.
Push for progress, mobilize for change, advocate for what you know.
I am very honored and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to talk to India's up-and-coming leaders.
I'm very impressed by the way the whole thing has been organized.
Dear students, I'm delighted to address young people and students on the occasion of Indian Student Parliament.
Today, youth are the solution to these challenges. We need you to act as a global citizens.
We welcome your efforts to train and encourage active participation in democratic processes by the youth of India, the world's largest democracy.
We have much in common, and we in the UK have much to learn from you as student leaders in India, where the Indian Student Parliament represents an incredibly exciting movement for change.
BCS also aims to provide a feedback to the government in order to help it formulate policies for the youth and other sectors.
What no country can do for you, rather ask what you can do for your country.
कोई धर्म किसी कीमत पर अन्याय को और अत्याचार को बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकता। दुआ का मतलब है जो रस्म और रिवाज है उसको तोड़ने की हिम्मत।
You must decide what your politics is.
Nobody is going to come and strengthen the democracy here. It is up to you guys to strengthen the Indian democracy.
Recognize that this gathering is devoid of any political ambition.
अध्यात्म तभी सार्थक हो जाएगा जब हम वंश का, धर्म का, जाति का भेद मानना बंद कर दें।
सबसे बड़ा धर्म है सेवा, उससे बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं।
सांस लो तो धर्म के लिए, सांस छोड़ो तो देश के लिए।
अगर आज भारतीय छात्र संसद ने इतना बड़ा प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया अगर आपके लिए, हमारे देश के यूथ के लिए, तो उसका पूरी तरीके से उठाइए फायदा आप।
खामोश, मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग आते गए और कारवां बनता गया।
काश हमारे पार्लियामेंट भी दिमाग की बात छोड़ के दिल की बात ऐसे करने लग जाए। देश और 20 साल के बाद नहीं, कल सुपर पावर बन जाएगा।
युवा शक्ति में जागरूक होना जरूरी है। अगर वो जाग गया तो कल का भविष्य दूर नहीं है। भारत माता की वंदे वंदे इंकलाब।
करे सो प्राण है प्रचंड, बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम हार दो। ठंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम हार दो। मान मान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आनंद है प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम हार दो। मान मान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आनंद है प्रचंड। करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। मन करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। विश्व की पुकार है, ये भागवत का सार है कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है। कौरवों की भीड़ हो या पांडवों का नीड़ हो, जो लड़ सका है वो ही तो महान है।
A big round of applause for the initiative of Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. A big round of applause, please. With this, I would like to invite all the dignitaries, all the honorable dignitaries on the dais, please. I request Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai ji, Honorable Shri Prakash Singh ji, Honorable Shri T.P. Agarwal ji, Honorable Shri Pravin Dikshit ji, our own Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, Honorable Shri Rahul Vishwanath Karad sir to kindly grace the all the three top rankers, Ms. Tina Dabi, Athar Amir ul Shafiq Khan, Jasmeet Singh, Sandhu are making their way. Welcome, sir. Welcome. A big round of applause once again for all the honorable guests and all the top three rankers. A big round of applause, please. We are present in number of thousands. Please, a big round of applause. Thank you very much. And as per the traditions of MIT's MIT group of institutions, we will begin this auspicious day, this auspicious occasion with the World Peace Prayer. I would like to just talk a few words about World Peace Prayer. First of all, this World Peace Prayer, the moment you will listen to it, you will understand this prayer is not, it doesn't talk about any caste, creed, religion, or one particular section of society. This prayer is for world peace. And this is the prayer with which we start our every day at MIT Group of Institutions. And I request each one of you to rise in your seats, fold your hands, close your eyes, and wholeheartedly participate in the World Peace Prayer.
वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमपि प्रकाशो मणेनुवृत्तिदासु अवधारि बोधि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Thank you. And now to welcome and give a brief introduction of this magnificent congregation, I request the head of MIT Civil Services Training Institute, Professor Dharmapatre sir, to kindly address the gathering.
All the respected dignitaries on the dais, UPSC qualifiers of Civil Services Examination 2015, UPSC aspirants, students, faculty, and staff. I am very much delighted to welcome UPSC qualifiers of Civil Services Examination 2015 for this 8th National Level Felicitation Ceremony. The concept of this felicitation ceremony was introduced and executed by Professor Rahulji Karat, Vice President of MIT Group of Institutions, and it is blessed by Founder Executive President of MIT Group of Institutions, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir. The objective of this function is to inspire and motivate the students or aspirants who are appearing for the civil services examinations. At the same time, the UPSC qualifier should be blessed by the eminent guests present on the dais. MIT Civil Services Training Institute is established to train the aspirants not only for UPSC or MPSC examinations, but also to nurture in them a sense of national pride, democratic values, the empathy for common people, and commitment to uphold high standards of integrity and work ethics with administrative qualities. Thus, MIT Civil Services Training Institute is blessed by the N. Gopalaswamy, the former Chief Election Commissioner of India, as chairman, and the eminent dignitaries as member of Governing Council to guide the functioning of MIT-CST. यहाँ उपस्थित सभी यूपीएससी सत्कार्यार्थियों का मैं MIT ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन की तरफ से स्वागत करता हूं। माजी पंतप्रधान अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी की कुछ काव्य पंक्ति मैं यहाँ बताना चाहता हूं। आदमियों को चाहिए कि वह जूझे, आदमियों को चाहिए कि वह जूझे, परिस्थितियों से लड़े, एक स्वप्न टूटे तो दूसरा गढ़े, किंतु कितना भी ऊंचा उठे मनुष्यता के स्तर से न गिरे, अपने धरातल को न छोड़े, अंतर्यामी से मुंह न मोड़े। मैं यहाँ उपस्थित सभी यूपीएससी सत्कार्यार्थियों का स्वागत करता हूं और यह अपेक्षा करता हूं कि आप आपके प्रशासनिक जीवन में सामान्य व्यक्तियों को न्याय देने की प्रक्रिया में कोई समझौता न करें और सामान्य व्यक्ति के जीवन का स्तर बढ़ाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध रहे। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for bringing out very clearly what are the motives of this function. Let's continue with the second most important tradition of MIT Group of Institutions, and that is greeting and welcoming all the honorable guests that are gracing this particular occasion. I request the Founder, Executive President, World Peace Center, MIT Pune, India, Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, to kindly felicitate all the guests that are present with us today. To start with, I request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai sir, former Foreign Secretary of India and former High Commissioner of India to United Kingdoms, Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai ji. A big round of applause for Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai sir. A big round of applause once again. I request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Shri Prakash Singh ji, Padma Shri Award recipient, former member of National Security Advisory Board, DG BSF, DGP Uttar Pradesh and Assam, Honorable Shri Prakash Singh ji. A big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being here with us today. A big round of applause once again. I now request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Shri D.P. Agarwal ji, former Chairman, Union Public Service Commission, UPSC, New Delhi. A big round of applause for Honorable Shri D.P. Agarwal ji. The applaud should continue. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being here today with us. Thank you, sir. I now request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Shri Pravin Dikshit ji, the former Director General of Police, Maharashtra State. A big round of applause for Honorable Shri Pravin Dikshit ji. A big round of applause once again for Honorable Shri Pravin Dikshit ji, ex-IPS. Thank you very much everyone for being here today with us. A big round of applause once again for all the guests that are here with us today. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries to kindly proceed for lighting the traditional lamp. For lighting the lamp. Lighting of lamp has a very special place in Indian traditions. The light that shows us the path of future keeps guiding us throughout all the difficulties. The light that should always be kindling in the hearts of every individual. All the dignitaries are a big round of applause for formally inaugurating the 8th national level felicitation ceremony of UPSC Qualifiers 2015. It is now formally inaugurated by lighting of this lamp. It's a very special moment in the hearts of every one of us. Also, all the UPSC qualifiers that are present here with us today. A very special moment, memories that will stay with us for lifetime. Thank you everyone. As I was saying that this year is the 8th year of the National Felicitation Ceremonies of UPSC Qualifiers 2015. So there has been a lot of time that since we have been doing this. So there are many memories that even we need to recollect. And for that, I need my technical team to kindly relay a film which will give us the glimpses of the UPSC felicitation ceremonies so far.
We hope that you are the people in the field of administration especially. Leadership in politics is one aspect, one area. Social leadership, educational leadership, even the administration, which is more important possibly to make this nation go and emerge as one of the most powerful nations of the whole world, but powerful in the sense to convey the message of peace to the entire humanity.
The mission what I'm carrying, we require the most talented, committed, sincere, honest politicians and the Prashasakiya people like you. And unless and until it happens that, yes, how do we regain that respect?
By your outstanding achievement of training the successful candidates for UPSC examination 2008.
It's really a proud privilege for me to be invited to be the chief guest of this unique function organized by MIT.
And it is, I think, first of its kind that a national level felicitation ceremony has been organized. So I would really like to thank them.
First of all, I would like to thank MIT for inviting me here.
What a wonderful function this is. Dr. Karad, I want to first thank you for organizing such a function.
I really, sir, I thank you for creating such an ambience and creating such an institution where we can, for a little moment even, we can try to think beyond our identities.
This preparation starts the day you're motivated to do something.
That I had taken a pledge in front of my colleagues, in front of my parents, in front of everybody, that I'm going to serve my nation.
It gives us a sense of responsibility. It has thrust upon us all a sense of responsibility of what the country expects from us.
It's wonderful to see my friends from all corners of this country who've come and attended this. It gives us a glimpse of what is to be our future as servants of a great country, of a very diverse country, and of a country whose days of glory are right on the corner.
But I think the reason that I am here and why so many of you are here is because to us, we actually care more about the loftiness of the cause that we serve rather than our own personal grandeur. And that is why I think that the government belongs to you and you belong to the government.
I'm truly honored to be here, and I'm not saying that as a formality, but I am. And the reason for that is, the reason we are felicitating our top achievers, our creme de la creme of our Indian society.
I would also want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the CSE 2011 successful candidates for your splendid achievement.
The civil service exam is not just a single exam. It's a journey that perhaps goes on even after these results are declared.
That's the challenge of the civil services, to build the organization. Let's not blame merely this fellow or that fellow. We're not doing what we have to do. The civil service is a vital instrument in balancing these two, the short-term political interests and the long-term public good. Never lose sight of that. While we have to implement public policy faithfully and impartially, you also have to pursue public policy which actually promotes long-term public good. You cannot merely become the slaves and servants of politicians.
Let's make our individual strength more combined, more cemented, so that can be made our country's great strength, and we can take India to greater heights. And let's perform the duties that will be assigned to us.
We've never seen anything of this size. Nothing this huge. Giving us a platform to meet each other before we actually go about with our survey, with our training and our service.
The past, the present, the past which has passed on a glorious tradition, the present, a tag which all of us very humbly, thankfully bear on our shoulders now. The future, you all, the civil service aspirants. So this is a rare opportunity to get to know the three tiers of civil services.
When my state felicitated me, some other programs, but not a national level. जहाँ मुझे तमिलनाडु से लेके जम्मू कश्मीर से लेके everyone I met. So this is really a greatest thing in my life till today.
The very concept of MIT School of Government, it's very intuitive and it's first of its kind, and that is what makes MIT stands apart from the other private universities. It's quite clutter-breaking, and the fact that it will add to the well-being of our nation, it will produce future leaders, it makes the deal all the way sweeter.
The objective of today's function is not only to felicitate them, but also to interact with them so that the students will be benefited by their guidance.
So I must congratulate all of you to have decided to join this lovely profession. we often take it for granted what we have before us. Most of our life goes by complaining past, staying in apprehensions about future, and missing the celebrations of today. Such a promising scene that I see here, I can't explain. And these few events, these few meets, suggest me that there is still a bright future still waiting for this country.
Let's begin by giving a huge round of applause collectively to all the achievers that we have felicitated today. ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज में आप जो लोग अभी आ गए हैं और जो आगे आने की सोचते हैं, उन्हें मैं ये बात कहना चाहूंगा, खास तौर से आजादी की लड़ाई खत्म हुई होगी कभी, लेकिन एक बड़ा हिस्सा आजादी की लड़ाई का अभी जारी है, चल रहा है और आगे चलना पड़ेगा उससे.
It was rightly mentioned that MIT has done some wonderful initiatives in the last decade, conceived by Professor Rahul Karad, blessed by Professor Vishwanath Karad, the School of Government, then the Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, and finally the Civil Services Training Institution. Of course, the credit for the vision and getting it implemented goes to Professor Rahul Karad and his team. I see, with this kind of vision, I see a day when MIT-SOG will be renamed. And I'm quite sure it will be renamed as the MIT. There's only one MIT which everybody talks of these days. But this will be the MIT and from India.
MIT School of Government जब हम शुरू कर रहे थे तो काफी इसके ऊपर चर्चा हुई कि एक प्राइवेट संस्थान गवर्नमेंट वर्ड कैसे यूज कर सकता है. बट गवर्नमेंट का मतलब वी आर टीचिंग हियर गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज एग्जीक्यूटिव, जुडिशियरी, मीडिया, लेजिस्लेचर विच कंपाइज द गवर्नमेंट. तो राजनीति का प्रशिक्षण देने का तो एक फोकस उसके ऊपर था कि उस विषय में, बट आने वाले समय में गवर्नेंस में पूरा एक लार्जर फ्रेमवर्क रख के काम किया जाए. इसकी भूमिका से MIT स्कूल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट के माध्यम से MIT सिविल सर्विसेज ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन का भी स्थापना हुआ.
I'm very privileged to be a part of this.
Very good function, calling everybody together. It was a, opportunity for us to network.
Believe me, I always keep on wondering that why is there not an institutional mechanism for getting into politics?
क्योंकि जो ब्यूरोक्रेसी होता है और पॉलिटिशियंस, उनको साथ में काम करना होता है, और यहाँ पे ये एक ऐसा मीटिंग पॉइंट है जहाँ पे हम इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं.
उनके लिए MIT का एक बहुत बड़ा योगदान है.
A big round of applause for such a wonderful. A big round of applause, please, for the person who conceived this idea, the person who envisaged all these amazing initiatives. And now this is time I call upon stage to address the gathering, the chief initiator and dean of MIT School of Government and founder of Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, and a person who has now seen a dream to bring all the teachers of the nation together through National Teachers Congress, Honorable Shri Rahul Vishwanath Karad, sir. A big round of applause, please.
Janani Janmabhumisha Swargadapi Gariyasi. The most respected the guest of honor for today's function, Agarwal Sahab, Prakash Singh Sahab, Ranjan Mathai Sahab, Dikshit Sahab, and the heroes of today's program, all the three rankers here. Let me, on behalf of the bodies of trustees and our beloved founder, Dr. Vishwanath Karad, let me welcome from my bottom of heart. Also, I would like to welcome all those very successful candidates who have find time to come all the way to Pune to show your presence here to the youngsters of Maharashtra who are aspired to become tomorrow's very important leaders in the domain of executive wing and various other leadership areas. I think the film has expressed quite background of what we are here and why we want to do this. the respected dais, yesterday evening we had a very wonderful evening along with all the successful candidates of UPSC in some hotel in city of Pune, where the Honorable, the respected, the Reverend Guru Shri Ravi Shankar Sahab also addressed them and communicated his feelings that why their role is important in society and what way the executive wing can do wonderful for the society and the society at large. So it was a very wonderful gathering, and for my students here gathering from different parts of Maharashtra, who are very keenly sitting here from last one hour or so. And every year, this student community, the aspirants, they are very curious to see this program, that this program is not just one program here in city of Pune, but I think at the national level, it has gained a name and fame. Very wonderfully, when we conceived this idea of MIT School of Government in 2005, what I expressed in my film here in this speeches, even Gopal Swami Sahab and various people praised this idea. I must once again mention that for the knowledge of the respected dais and all of you, that people laughed on us that how can there be a school which can train the upcoming youngsters to become politicians. The country like India, where only money power, muscle power, you know, people say it's very, very important to get into polity. And we so-called the educated, the white-collar society, we always carry fear and we say, नहीं ये तो हमारा काम नहीं, राजनीति में जो है वो थोड़े ताकतवर लोगों का काम है. तो मुझे लगता है कि अभी 65 साल की आज़ादी के बाद हमें सही मायने में पढ़े लिखे लोग, अच्छे लोग राजनीति में आना जरूरी है, और ये काफी राजनेताओं ने और पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों ने भी माना है कि अच्छे लोग राजनीति में आने चाहिए. और उसी बात को आगे रखते हुए मुझे खुशी है कि 2005 में MIT स्कूल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट एक बेंचमार्क बना. दिस हैज बिकम अ बेंचमार्क फॉर ऑल द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज इन इंडिया टू इनिशिएट द ट्रेनिंग इन पब्लिक लाइफ. आई मस्ट टेल यू, Mr. Rahul Gandhi invited me when I initiated this school in the year 2005, and 2 times I presented this particular concept of MIT School of Government, and I'm happy that they themselves, they initiated the training very rigorously for the Congress party workers. And of course, the BJP initiated the training part much before. And of course, the Communist Party and various parties, they have their own culture, but I'm very happy to say that MIT School of Government definitely has given a the path for various political parties, that the professional education, how it is important in public life. And in the coming days, इस तरीके से राजनीति कहीं नहीं जा सकती. हमें पढ़े लिखे लोग, अच्छे लोग, प्रोफेशनल लोग, कि बाकी सभी सेक्टर में अच्छे लोग है, ऐसा मानते हैं. राजनीति में सभी लोग भ्रष्ट है, पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां भ्रष्ट है, ये बात कहना ठीक नहीं, और अच्छे लोगों ने राजनीति में आना चाहिए. इसी बात के भूमिका से आगे चलते हुए MIT सिविल सर्विसेज ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन का निर्माण हुआ. भारतीय छात्र संसद की ये फिल्म आपने यहाँ पे देखी, उसका भी निर्माण हुआ. हमने सोचा भारत देश इतना बड़ा है और हम किस तरीके से पूरे भारत के युवाओं को हम सेंसिटाइज कर पाए ताकि राजनीति के प्रति उनके मन में आदर तैयार हो. मैं सौभाग्य समझता हूँ कि 2011 में हमने जब शुरुआत की तो मुझे नहीं पता था कि इतने लोग उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे. कई लोगों को लगता है कि MIT एक बहुत बड़ा संस्थान है तो काफी लोगों को पैसे वगैरह देके भी लाते होंगे, ऐसी कुछ लोगों के मन में कल्पना उस वक्त आती थी. बट मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि इस प्लेटफॉर्म की प्यूरिटी जिस तरीके से इवॉल्व हो रही है, और पूरे भारत के काफी सारे पॉलिटिकली सोशली एक्टिव युवा भारतीय छात्र संसद में भाग लेते हैं, और मेरा विश्वास है कि आने वाले समय में काफी सारे विभिन्न पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों में, विधानसभा में, लोकसभा में MIT स्कूल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट के आज के भी काफी सारे छात्र विभिन्न पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों में पद लेके काम कर रहे हैं. और उसी बात को स्ट्रेंथन करते हुए MIT सिविल सर्विसेज एंड ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन का जो निर्माण है, और आपके माध्यम से आज के प्रोग्राम के सभी हीरोज यहाँ पे जो बैठे हुए हैं, मुझे प्रसन्नता है और बड़ी खुशी है मन से कि बड़ा पायस प्लेटफॉर्म, मतलब इस प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर अग्रवाल साहब का बैकग्राउंड आप सब लोगों ने देखा होगा. आप सब लोगों को हमने इसके बारे में की जानकारी करीबन वीक पहले ही सब लोगों को इसके हम रजिस्ट्रेशन होते हैं और सबको इसके बारे में का बैकग्राउंड बताया जाता है. तो दीक्षित साहब का बैकग्राउंड हो, रंजन मथाई साहब का हो, प्रकाश सिंह साहब का हो, ये लोग मंदिर जैसे, मतलब ब्यूरोक्रेसी में, एग्जीक्यूटिव विंग में आप जानते, कई लोग हम बोलते कि भाई हम पीछे भी हमारे रूम में चर्चा हो रही थी कि राजनीति में और अधिकारियों के दोनों के बीच में का समन्वय, और राजनेता किस तरीके से एक तरीके से इल ट्रीटमेंट भी देते. सभी राजनेता नहीं कहूंगा, बट कुछ राजनेता तो कैसे क्या क्या होता, ये सब किससे यहाँ पे पीछे हम चर्चा कर रहे थे. तो मुझे लगता है बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है आने वाले समय में आपके माध्यम से हमारा सही मायने में सपना है कि कुछ ऐसे लोग, अग्रवाल साहब, सिंह साहब, रंजन माथाई साहब, दीक्षित साहब, टी.एन. शेषन साहब जैसे लोग, या किरण बेदी जी जैसे, ऐसे काफी सारे लोग आप में से हमें दिखते हैं। ये भाव की वजह से हमने यहाँ पे ये प्रोग्राम बड़ा भावनात्मक तरीके से हमारे युवाओं को सेंसिटाइज करने के लिए इसकी शुरुआत हुई। बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म बना। मैं कोई लंबा चौड़ा भाषण यहाँ पे दूंगा नहीं, बट मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा कि रूट कॉज में हमें जाना पड़ेगा कि आने वाले समय में खाली कई बार सुपरफिशियल चीजों से हम जो चलता है और इस तरीके से बाकी भी लोग जो करते हैं वो हम सब लोग करते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि कुछ अलग आपके माध्यम से करना होगा। मैं काफी सारे पिछले 10 सालों में, 12 सालों में इतने बड़े बड़े लोगों को और अच्छे काम किया हुए लोगों को मिलने का मौका मिला। तो मुझे, जब मैं कल भी बात कर रहा था तो दीक्षित साहब ने मुझे बोला, कल रात को सभी एस्पायरेंट्स के सामने, जो सक्सेसफुल कैंडिडेट्स के सामने मेरी बात हो रही थी, वो बोले सच्चाई की किक अलग होती है, अलग अलग लोगों को अलग अलग तरीके से किक मिलती है, और अच्छे चीज जो किक होती है ना, जो ट्रांसपेरेंसी है, जो कमिटमेंट है, जो ऑनेस्टी है, उसकी किक कुछ अलग है। तो शायद आज के इस प्रोग्राम से आप सब लोग कुछ ना कुछ मैसेज लेके जाएंगे। हमारा ये कि सब लोग तो IAS और IPS नहीं बन पाएंगे, मैं समझ सकता हूँ, बट आप सब लोगों में से आप सब लोग उम्मीद लेके आए कि कल भी मैं उस तरीके से बनूंगा। बट मैं समझता हूँ कि भारत देश इतना बड़ा है और इतने सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज हम देश में तैयार कर सकते हैं और बन सकते हैं आपके माध्यम से, कि उसकी कोई सीमा नहीं है। इसलिए मैं कई बार पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी में और आजू बाजू में देखता हूँ, महाराष्ट्र में जो बच्चे सक्सेसफुल नहीं होते वो बड़े नर्वस से हो जाते हैं। तो कृपा करके मन में ऐसा विश्वास मत लाइए कि भाई ये नहीं बना तो मैं क्या हो गया। मैं समझ सकता हूँ इनके सबकी तरफ देख के आपके मन में क्या भावनाएं आ रही होगी, क्या भावना आती होगी, बट आपके माध्यम से भारत जैसा देश जो इतना, इसका सोशल इंजीनियरिंग का पूरा ढांचा अगर आपने देखा तो इतने सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज भारत में है, तो उसकी कोई सीमा नहीं है। तो और मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि हर व्यक्ति ने वो रूट कॉज पे जाके कुछ अगर हम काम कर पाए तो बहुत बड़ा काम हो सकता है। और हमारी कमिटमेंट, और मैं छोटी सी बात बता के यहाँ पे बात ये करूंगा कि आप सब लोग युवा है और यहाँ जो बुजुर्ग लोग बैठे हुए, शायद उनके माध्यम से ये बात बताई जा सकती। कई बार लोग ये भी बोलते हैं, अग्रवाल साहब, मथाई साहब, कि थोड़ा युवा अवस्था में जो होता है ना, कि वो ये मोरालिटी, एथिक्स की बातें, बट जैसे जैसे प्रैक्टिकली आदमी आगे बढ़ता है तो चैलेंजेस समाज के बहुत अलग है। तो हम कैसे आगे बढ़ पाए, तो शायद आपके माध्यम से ये सुनने की उनको इच्छा है। नहीं तो एक समय के बाद थोड़ा सा करप्शन कर लेते, कोई परवाह नहीं, थोड़ा सा चल जाता है। तो इस तरीके की थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकल रह के हम आगे बढ़े, तो ऐसी भी भावना सबके मन में आती है। तो ये ऐसा चित्र जो है, तो एक कणखर भूमिका लेके, एक ऐसा सिद्धांत लेके हम कुछ इस विषय में आगे कैसे बढ़ पाए, तो आपसे मार्गदर्शन की अपेक्षा है सबको। तो ज्यादा समय ना लेते हो, सभी लोगों को मैं यहाँ पे अभिनंदन करता हूँ जो यहाँ पे अभी इनका सम्मान होगा। आप सब लोग बड़ी आपकी तालियों से उनका स्वागत करें, उनकी सराहना करें और उनसे कुछ हम सीखे। हम सबको हमने अपील किया है कि हर एक की सक्सेस स्टोरी एक 4 पन्नों में अगर वो देंगे तो हम एक बुक पब्लिश करने वाले हैं, जो आप सब लोगों को आने वाले समय में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाएगा। और आप लोगों के माध्यम से कुछ ऐसे ही लोग, अच्छे लोग, गुणी लोग सिविल सर्विसेज में एक अच्छा नाम करके आगे देश का, हमारा गुड गवर्नेंस का ढांचा और भी सशक्त करेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास यहाँ पे प्रकट करके मेरे 2 शब्द खत्म करता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And now, with this, let's move on to the most important part of this particular ceremony, rather for which this whole ceremony is all about. Now we'll be beginning with the felicitations of all the successful candidates of UPSC 2015. But before we do that, let me just tell you how it has been the way for all these bright students. I'm sorry, I should call you officers now. They have made their way to all the way here. There are a few small numbers I should talk about. UPSC-CSE 2015 has witnessed record-break registrations of 9,45,908 is the number, the total students, those who applied for the 2015 exam. Well, of all that number of 9 lakh, only 4,64,000 students actually appeared for the test on August 23rd. Well, I don't know what happened to the rest of the 4 lakh plus students. Then only 15,008 students were qualified for the preliminary examination. And they qualified through the prelims. From 18 to 23rd December 2015, UPSC conducted the main examination for which 15,008 students appeared. On 19th of February 2016, the mains results were declared. I hope you all remember the date very clearly, very, very clearly. So on 19th of February, the results came out, and the results were, out of that number of 9,45,908, only 2,797 students made their way to the interview stage. I think this definitely calls for a huge round of applause for all these successful candidates. Those who are sitting here today, you have really made your way through such a difficult situation of this particular exam. Well, it's time now to congratulate each one of you, which Government of India UPSC has handpicked. Let us begin with this special ceremony. We will first begin with all the rankers. The top 3 rankers would be, of course, felicitated at the end, but then we will first start with you. It would be there would be some operational requests that you are requested to climb up the stage from right-hand side of the stage and accept the felicitation and walk down from that side of the stage. This would be a request to you. I request all the dignitaries that are here with us to kindly come forward so that we can begin with the ceremony. I request Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai ji, Shri Prakash Singh ji, DP Agarwal ji, Praveen Dikshit ji, Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, to kindly come forward so that we can begin with this ceremony. Well, the names that I'll be taking would be in random order. There won't be any sequence followed because we don't want to categorize you in any kind of section, state-wise or nothing. You all belong to nation now. So there is no segregation made. We would be going absolutely at random. And it is all the audience task now to keep giving a round of applause so that we can actually felicitate all these successful candidates. Please put your hands together for the first candidate being felicitated, rank 20, Shri Vipin Garg. National rank 20. A big round of applause for Vipin Garg. Shri Vipin Garg is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would like to invite rank 54, Shri Ravi Prakash. Mr. Vipin Garg is being felicitated. Next, I request Shri Ravi Prakash, national rank 54. Please put your hands together for Shri Ravi Prakash. Next, I would request rank 55, Shri Dhanraj Dhamdhere. Mr. Ravi Prakash is being felicitated. Next, I request Shri Dhanraj Dhamdhere. National rank 55, Shri Dhanraj is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would like to request national rank 135, Shri Sameer Sheikh. National rank 55, Shri Dhanraj Dhamdhere is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request national rank 135, Shri Sameer Sheikh. A big round of applause for Mr. Sameer. Next, I would request national rank 146, Gurleen Kaur. A big round of applause for Mr. Sameer. National rank 135 is being felicitated. National rank 146, Gurleen Kaur. A big round of applause for Ms. Gurleen. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request National Rank 187, Shri Rohan Bothri. National Rank 146, Gurleen is being felicitated. National Rank 187, Shri Rohan Pramod Bothri. Next, I would request National Rank 213, PD Nitya. Mr. Rohan Bothri is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request National Rank 213, PD Nitya. A big round of applause for National Rank 213, PD Nitya, please. Next, I would request National Rank 247, Surbendu Thakur. National Rank 247, please. National Rank 247, Surbendu Thakur is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request National Rank 251, Akhil Goel. Surbendu Thakur is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next is National Rank 251, Akhil Goel. The applause should continue. They have made all their way here. National Rank 251, Shri Akhil Goel is being felicitated. A big round of applause. Next, I would request National Rank 257, Shri Rohit Ghodke. National Rank 257, please. Mr. Akhil is being felicitated. A big round of applause. National Rank 251, Akhil Goel. Next, I would request 257, Rohit Ghodke. A big round of applause for Mr. Rohit. Next, I would request National Rank 283, Ravindra. Mr. Ravindra Khatale. National Rank 257, Mr. Rohit is being felicitated. I request National Rank 283, Mr. Ravindra, to kindly come stage, please. Next, I would request National Rank 327, Jitesh Patil, to kindly come stage, please. National Rank 283, Mr. Ravindra is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Mr. Jitesh, National Rank 327, is making his way onto the stage. Next, I would request National Rank 340, Mr. Pankaj. Mr. Pankaj Khandagre is requested to kindly come stage, please. National Rank 327, Jitesh Patil is being felicitated. Next, I would request National Rank 340, Pankaj Khandagre. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request National Rank 354, Mr. Sanjeev. Mr. Pankaj is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Pankaj, please. Next, I would request National Rank 354, Mr. Sanjeev. Next, I would request National Rank 361, Mr. Ansar Sheikh, to kindly come stage, please. National Rank 354, Mr. Sanjeev is being felicitated. I would now request National Rank 361, Mr. Ansar Sheikh, to kindly come stage, please. Oh, wow. Please maintain the decorum. Please do not whistle. You can clap as loud as you want, but no whistling, please. Thank you. Next, I would request National Rank 373, Mr. Chandan Kumar. National Rank 373, Mr. Chandan Kumar is making his way onto the stage. A big round of applause for Mr. Chandan Kumar, please. Next, I would request National Rank 375, Shantanu Agarwal. Mr. Chandan Kumar is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Chandan. Next, I request National Rank 375, Mr. Shantanu Agarwal, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I request national rank 377, Mr. Dattatreya Shinde, to kindly come stage. National rank 375, Mr. Shantanu Agarwal is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Shantanu. Next, I would request national rank 377, Mr. Dattatreya Shinde, to kindly come stage, please. Next, I would request national rank 400, Mr. Shrikant Susai, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 377, Dattatreya Shinde is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Dattatreya. Next, I request national rank 400, Mr. Shrikant Susai. Next, I would request national rank 409, Mr. Rahul Dhingra. National rank 400, Mr. Shrikant Susai is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Shrikant, please. Next, I would request national rank 409, Mr. Rahul Dhingra. A big round of applause for Mr. Rahul Dhingra. Next, I would request national rank 429, Mr. Shashank Singh, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Rahul Dhingra is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Rahul, please. I now request national rank 429, Mr. Shashank Pratap Singh, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Shashank Pratap Singh is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request national rank 452, Dhaval Jaiswal, to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause for Mr. Shashank. I request Mr. Dhaval Jaiswal to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause for national rank 452, Mr. Dhaval Jaiswal. Next, I would request national rank 457, Guru Shankar D, to kindly come up stage, please. I'm sorry, Gauri Shankar. National rank 457. Mr. Dhaval is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Dhaval. Next, I request national rank 457, Gauri Shankar. Next, I would request national rank 476, S.V. Munde. A big round of applause for Mr. Gauri Shankar. Next, I request national rank 476, Mr. S.V. Munde. Next, I would request national rank 482, Mr. Sandeep Bhosle, to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause for Mr. S.V. Munde, national rank 476. Next, I request national rank 482, Mr. Sandeep Bhosle, to kindly come up stage, please. Please give a big round of applause for Mr. Sandeep Bhosle. Next, I would request national rank 536, Mr. Mayank Rana, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Sandeep is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Sandeep. Next is national rank 536, Mr. Mayank Rana. Next, I would request national rank 565, Gaurav Kumar. National rank 536, Mr. Mayank Rana is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Mayank. Next, I would request national rank 565, Mr. Gaurav Kumar, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I would request 576, Divyani, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Gaurav Kumar is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Gaurav Kumar. Next, I would request 576, Devayani. Please welcome with big round of applause, rank 576, Devayani. Next, I would request rank 601, Mr. Praveen Umesh Dongare. Ms. Devayani is being felicitated. A big round of applause for national rank 576. Next, I would request national rank 601, Mr. Praveen, to kindly come stage, please. Big round of applause for national rank 601, Mr. Praveen. Next, I would request national rank 617, Ms. Shruti. Big round of applause for national rank 601, Mr. Praveen. I request national rank 617, Shruti, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I would request national rank 674, Pavan Bansod, to kindly come up stage, please. Ms. Shruti, national rank 617, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Ms. Shruti. I request national rank 674, Mr. Pavan Bansod, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 674, Mr. Pavan Bansod. Next, I would request national rank 690, Ms. Shruti, to kindly come stage, please. A big round of applause for national rank 674, Mr. Pavan Bansod. Next, I would request 690, Shruti, to kindly come stage, please. A big round of applause for national rank 690, Miss Shruti. Next, I would request national rank 723, Nitish, to kindly come stage, please. Miss Shruti, national rank 690, is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request national rank 723, Mr. Nitish, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I would request national rank 743, Mr. Vikram RK, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Nitish, national rank 723, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Nitish, please. Next, I would request national rank 743, Mr. Vikram, to kindly come stage, please. A big round of applause, please, for national rank 723, Nitish. Thank you very much. Next, I request national rank 743, Mr. Vikram RK. Next, I would request national rank 750, Mr. Lakshmikant. Mr. Vikram is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Vikram, national rank 743. Next, I would request national rank 750, Mr. Lakshmikant. National rank 750, Mr. Lakshmikant is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Lakshmikant, please. Next, I would request national rank 869, Mr. Rahul Garud. A big round of applause for Mr. Lakshmikant. I request national rank 869, Mr. Garud, to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause for Mr. Rahul Garud. Next, I would request national rank 890, Mr. Dheeraj, to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause for Mr. Rahul Garud, please. National rank 869. Next, I would request national rank 890, Mr. Dheeraj. Mr. Dheeraj, national rank 890, is being felicitated. Next, I would request national rank 937, Mr. Praveen Kumar. Mr. Praveen Kumar Maurya is requested to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 890, Mr. Dheeraj, is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. National rank 937, Mr. Praveen Kumar Maurya is requested to come up. Next, I would request national rank 944, Mr. Ajit Roy, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Praveen Kumar Maurya, national rank 937, is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I would request national rank 944, Mr. Ajit Roy, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I would request national rank 1117, Mr. Agarwal. Mr. Jitesh Agarwal is requested to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 944, Mr. Ajit Roy, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Roy. I request national rank 1117, Mr. Jitesh Agarwal, to kindly come up stage. Next, I request national rank 1151, Deban SS, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 1117, Mr. Jitesh Agarwal is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Agarwal, please. Next, I request national rank 1151, Deban SS, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I request national rank 836, Mr. Yogesh Patil, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Deban is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I request national rank 836, Mr. Yogesh Patil, to kindly come up stage, please. Not take. Mr. Yogesh Patil. Mr. Yogesh Patil. Mr. Rahul, national rank 200. A big round of applause for national rank 200, Mr. Rahul Pandey. And I feel personally happy being a childhood friend of Mr. Rahul. A big round of applause for Mr. Rahul, please. A big round of applause for national rank 200, Mr. Rahul. Next, I request national rank 485, Mr. Amit Munde. A big round of applause for national rank, Mr. Rahul. I request national rank 485, Mr. Amit Munde, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I request national rank 487, Mr. Swapnil, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Amit is being felicitated. A big round of applause for national rank 485, Mr. Amit. Next, I request national rank 487, Mr. Swapnil. Next, I request national rank 151, Mr. Amit Tolani, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Swapnil, national rank 487, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Swapnil. National rank 151, Mr. Amit Tolani, is requested to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Swapnil is being felicitated. Thank you very much. Next, I request national rank 151, Mr. Amit Tolani, to kindly accept the felicitation. Next, I request national rank 599, Mr. Prasad. National rank 599, Mr. Prasad, to kindly come up stage, please. Mr. Amit, a big round of applause for Mr. Amit, national rank 151. Next, I request national rank 599, Mr. Prasad. Next, I would request national rank 50, Mr. Hanmant, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 50. Mr. Prasad, national rank 599, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Prasad, please. Next, I request national rank 50, Mr. Hanmant, to kindly come up stage, please. Please put your hands together for national rank 50, Mr. Hanmant. A big round of applause, please. Next, I request national rank 729, Mr. Amir Siddiqui, to kindly come up stage, please. Please put your hands together for Mr. Hanmant, national rank 50. Next, I request national rank 729, Mr. Amir Siddiqui, to kindly come up stage. Next, I request national rank 1077, Mr. Rakesh, to kindly come up stage, please. Please put your hands together for Mr. Amir Siddiqui, national rank 729. Being felicitated right now. Next, I request national rank 1077, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Tiwari. Next, I request national rank 16, Shri Krishna, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 1077, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Tiwari, is being felicitated. Please welcome on stage national rank 16, Mr. Shri Krishna. Next, I request national rank 994, Mr. Chaitanya, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 994, Mr. Chaitanya. National rank 16, Mr. Shri Krishna, is being felicitated. A big round of applause, please. Next, I request national rank 994, Mr. Chaitanya, to kindly come up stage, please. Next, I request national rank 226, Ms. Jaya, to kindly come up stage, please. National rank 994, Mr. Chaitanya, is being felicitated. A big round of applause for Mr. Chaitanya. Next, I request national rank 226, Ms. Jaya, to kindly come up stage. A big round of applause for Mr. Chaitanya. Next, I request National Rank 238, Mr. Mukul, to kindly come up stage, please. Please put your hands together for National Rank 226 for Ms. Jaya. Ms. Jaya is being felicitated. A big round of applause. Please put your hands together for Mr. Mukul, National Rank 238. Next, I request National Rank 344, Mr. Akshay Patil. Mr. Mukul is being felicitated just now, National Rank 238. A big round of applause, please. I request National Rank 344, Mr. Akshay Patil, to kindly come up stage, please. And at the end, I would... National Rank 618, Mr. Kiran Shinde. A big round of applause for Mr. Akshay Patil, National Rank 344, who is being felicitated. Thank you, Mr. Akshay. I request National Rank 618, Mr. Kiran Shinde, to kindly come up stage, please. A big round of applause once again for Mr. Kiran Shinde. Rank 814, Mr. Kishore. Mr. Kishore, do we have him? Yes. National Rank 814, Mr. Kishore. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Let me just cordially ask all the successful candidates. I hope I have taken all the names and I haven't missed anyone. Do I? Have I missed anyone? Thank you. Thank you very much. And now it's time where we felicitate top 3 rankers of UPSC exam 2015. All these top 3 rankers would be felicitated with a shawl, memento, Ganeshwara photo frame with a citation of honor. And rank 3, we would be honoring rank 3 with the cash prize of rupees 21,000, rank 2 with 31,000, and rank 1 with 51,000. Please put your hands together for rank 3, Mr. Jasmeet Singh Sandhu. A big round of applause for National Rank 3, Mr. Jasmeet Singh Sandhu. Total marks scored 1,014. 1,014, a glorious total achieved by Mr. Jasmeet Singh Sandhu. A big round of applause, please. He's being felicitated with a shawl, memento, citation of honor, and a cash prize of rupees 21,000. A citation of honor is being presented, and you can see a photo feature which is running on your screens. The photo feature, please. A big round of applause for National Rank 3, Mr. Jasmeet Singh Sandhu. A big round of applause, please. All these 3 rankers definitely deserve a big round of applause. The total Mr. Jasmeet has achieved is 1,014 marks. Thank you. Next, I would request, and I request all of you to please put your hands together for National Rank 2, Mr. Atahar Amir ul Shafi Khan. A big round of applause, please. Mr. Atahar Amir ul Shafi Khan. A big round of applause for National Rank 2, who has achieved a grand total of 1,018 marks. A big round of applause, please. A big round of applause for National Rank 2, Mr. Atahar Amir ul Shafi Khan, for achieving a grand total of 1,018, been presented with shawl, memento, citation of honor, and a cash prize of rupees 31,000. A big round of applause. Well, now, hold your breath and put all your energy and put your hands together for National Rank 1, Miss Tina Dubby. A grand total of 1,063. Magnificent score. National Rank 1, Miss Tina Dubby. A huge round of applause, please, everyone. Being presented with shawl, memento, citation of honor, and a cash prize of rupees 51,000. A big, big round of applause. The applause should continue for rank 1, Miss Tina Dubby. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries to kindly. Okay.
I just tempted to speak one very wonderful poem here. थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने कुछ challenges की बात बोली थी कि समाज में हम जब काम करने के लिए ये सभी सक्सेसफुल ऑफिसर्स जब जाएंगे तो क्या क्या challenges है, और हम सब के सामने भी काफी सारी समस्याएं होती है और उन समस्याओं के साथ ही आदमी आगे बढ़ता है और उसके ऊपर हम हावी होके समस्याओं के ऊपर आगे लाइफ का स्पैन आगे बढ़ाते हैं और कुछ काम करने की कोशिश करते हैं। एक बहुत अच्छी कविता अभी मतलब ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर आई थिंक ही narrated in parliament and I really felt really nice, so I just going to narrate that. मैं यहाँ पे उन्होंने ऐसे कहा कि सफर में धूप तो होगी, सफर में धूप तो होगी, जो चल सको तो चलो, सफर में धूप तो होगी, जो चल सको तो चलो, सभी है भीड़ में, सभी है भीड़ में, तुम भी निकल सको तो चलो, सभी है भीड़ में, तुम भी निकल सको तो चलो। किसको किसके वास्ते राहें कहाँ बदलती है, किसके वास्ते राहें कहाँ बदलती है, तुम अपने आप को ही खुद ही बदल सको तो चलो, तुम अपने आप को ही खुद ही बदल सको तो चलो। यहाँ किसी को कोई रास्ता नहीं देता, यहाँ किसी को कोई रास्ता नहीं देता, मुझे गिरा के अगर तुम संभल सको तो चलो। यही है जिंदगी, यही है जिंदगी, कुछ ख्वाब चंद उम्मीदें, इन्हीं खिलौनों से तुम भी बहल सको तो चलो। जय हिंद, जय भारत। थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, sir. And because of the paucity of time, I cannot request each one of you to express your mind, because this is really a special moment for all the successful candidates. But yes, I would like to request National Rank 187, Mr. Rohan Botri, to kindly come up stage and express his mind on behalf of all the UPSC candidates, those felicitated today. A big round of applause, please, for All India Rank 187, Mr. Rohan.
मंच पर विराजमान सारे मान्यवर, प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर वीदा कराड़, फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट माहिर्स MIT, रंजन माथई साहब, फॉर्मर सेक्रेटरी, प्रकाश सिंह साहब, एक्स IPS ऑफिसर, श्री DP अग्रवाल साहब, फॉर्मर चेयरमैन UPSC, श्री प्रवीण दीक्षित, फॉर्मर DGP महाराष्ट्र राज्य, राहुल कराड़ जी, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट माहिर्स MIT, और पुणे में पधारे हुए सारे सितारे, सिविल सर्विस परीक्षा 2015 से जिनका चुनाव हुआ है, ऐसे मेरे सारे दोस्त यहाँ पे बैठे हुए, पीछे जो बैठे हुए मेरे दोस्त हैं जिनके चेहरे पे मुझे आत्मविश्वास नजर आ रहा है, जिनके मन में कुछ कर गुजरने की चाहत है, ऐसे सारे दोस्तों को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं MIT में 2005 से 2009 के बीच में स्टूडेंट रहा हूँ, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की मैंने यहाँ से पढ़ाई की है, और एक बहुत ही गर्व के साथ कहता हूं कि इस इंस्टीट्यूशन में मुझे पढ़ने का जो मौका मिला है वो मेरे लाइफ का सबसे बड़ी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी थी मेरे लिए। इस कॉलेज की वजह से मुझे अमेरिका में पढ़ने की मुझे एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली पर्ड्यू यूनिवर्सिटी में, स्टैनफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी जैसे अच्छे यूनिवर्सिटीज में पढ़ने की मुझे मौका मिला, और मैं इसके लिए खासकर विश्वनाथ डी कराड़ सर का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ। मेरा जो यूपीएससी का सफर है वो 2012 में शुरू हुआ और 2016 में अभी खत्म हुआ। इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस मुझे अलोकेट की गई है और इसके पीछे कड़ी मेहनत थी, 4 साल की मेहनत थी। जो भी सिविल सर्विसेज एस्पिरेंट्स यहाँ पे पीछे बैठे हैं उनको मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि 3 चीजों का खासकर ध्यान रखिए इस पूरे प्रोसेस में। पहली है प्लानिंग, सेकंड है कंसिस्टेंसी और तीसरा है मोटिवेशन, आत्मविश्वास। प्लानिंग की कमी कभी मत पड़ने दीजिए। एक कहावत है कि इफ वी फेल टू प्लान वी प्लान टू फेल। प्लानिंग ये हमारे यूपीएससी इस परीक्षा में सक्सेस मिलने के लिए एक बहुत ही अहम चीज है, बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण चीज है। दूसरी है कि मोटिवेशन। हमारे ऊपर कितने भी संकट आए, कितने भी कठिनाइयां आए, पर हमें डटे रहना है इस फील्ड में। ये सिर्फ यूपीएससी के लिए सिर्फ कहा नहीं जाता है। मुझे ये सब कहना है कि जो भी फील्ड में आपको जाना है, मोटिवेशन की कमी कभी मत होने दीजिए। एक विजुअली चैलेंज्ड ऑफिसर है, उनका नाम है अजय अरोरा, हमारे लिस्ट में सिलेक्ट हुए हैं। अगर वो इन कठिनाइयों का सामना करके अगर वो ऑफिसर बन सकते हैं, एक आईएएस ऑफिसर, आईपीएस ऑफिसर बन सकते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है हमारे यहाँ पे हमारे में इतनी ज्यादा पोटेंशियल है कि हम इसका फायदा कर सकते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि अजय अरोरा के लिए जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए। मुझे लगता है कि हमारा सबका फेलिसिटेशन होने के बजाय उनका फेलिसिटेशन पहला होना चाहिए, पर कभी वो यहाँ पे मौजूद नहीं है। हाल ही में मैंने एक फिल्म देखी थी बाजीराव मस्तानी, और बाजीराव मस्तानी में एक बहुत उम्दा डायलॉग था कि युद्ध का फैसला तलवारों से नहीं होता, तलवार चलाने वाले की सोच के ऊपर निर्भर करता है। तो मुझे ये कहना है कि हमारे पास कितनी भी कमियां हो, कितनी भी फाइनेंशियल दिक्कतें हो, मेरे दोस्त अंसार शेख यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, उन्होंने ऐसी दिक्कतों का सामना किए हुए आज हमारे बीच में बैठे हैं। ऐसे बहुत सारे यहाँ पे ऑफिसर्स हैं, मेरे दोस्त हैं। मैंने इन तीन चीजों का पालन किया था, प्लानिंग रखा था, कंसिस्टेंसी रखी थी और मोटिवेशन की कभी कभी महसूस नहीं होने दी थी। और इसीलिए मुझे लगता है आज सभी मान्यवरों के सामने मुझे बोलने का मौका मिल रहा है। दूसरी चीज मैं कहना चाहता हूं, अगर आप सिलेक्ट होते हैं तो आपके हम्बलनेस मेंटेन रखना, ह्यूमिलिटी मेंटेन रखना। मेरे दोस्त है यहाँ पे जसमीत सिंह सांधू, एक बहुत ही हम्बल इंसान है। कल उनसे बात करने का मुझे मौका मिला, और एक जोरदार तालियां उनके लिए भी हो जाए। एक आमिर खान का मुझे डायलॉग याद आ रहा है कि बंदे हैं हम उसके, हम पे किसका जोर, उम्मीदों के सूरज निकले चारों ओर, इरादे है फौलादी हिम्मती हर कदम, आज अपनी किस्मत लिखने चले हैं हम। ईश्वर आपकी जरूर सहायता करेगा, पर हार्डवर्क कीजिए, मेहनत कीजिए। और मैं मेरे 2 शब्द यही पे खत्म करता हूं। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय महाराष्ट्र।
Thank you very much, Mr. Rohan. I now request All India Rank 3, Mr. Jasmeet Singh, to kindly express his mind. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jasmeet.
First of all, a warm-hearted namaskar to all of you. And I would start with wishing my dignitaries here on the dais, especially Ranjan Mathai sir, and DP Agrawal sir, and Dikshit sir, and all the governing heads of the MIT. This is an amazing opportunity, and I thank all of you for the warmth that you have bestowed on us, the love that you have bestowed on us, and it's truly a humbling and amazing experience to stand and interact with you as I do from this MIT forum. And I recall with this the great sacrifices and the contribution of my parents, my teachers, and I would like to thank the Almighty for bestowing them with such great, amazing talent that they could nurture and nourish me through this whole journey. I'm here to speak my mind on this civil services examination preparation, but before that, I'll just take 1 minute to talk on this MIT School of Government. This is a novel thought, novel initiative. I would like to commend the founding heads here who are sitting here on the dais. And I would like to thank them for calling us here. The idea is truly amazing because, as we know, everything is guided by politics. And if we have good politicians and good politics, almost all the problems, basic problems of this country would be solved. So this is an amazing initiative that has been launched. in order to ensure that we breed good politicians for the future, which can render and steer the country forward tomorrow. And this is really amazing initiative, and I would like the initiative to continue. I would like to be initiated continuously with this initiative, and I hope in future we see good politicians coming out from this institution soon that would serve the nation. Coming back to the whole civil services preparation, I have been associated with the whole civil services preparation since 2010, and I virtually feel I have a BTech and MTech in preparation without any degree with me for the whole preparation efforts that I've extended this, because this has been a 6 years journey and I've learned every day. It's been always very, very amazing, humbling. And I thank Mr. Rohan also here for such amazing words. I don't deserve such words. What I would like to recommend and continue to ask you is be humble and be positive. This exam will call for a lot of dedication. And this is an exam which is a social exam. Remember this. We're all interested in uska ladka pass hua ya nahi pass hua hai. We're all not interested in our performance. So you will get your negative criticism, and you will also get your negative dose from other people. Never get bogged down. Continue to work hard, because it will, at the end day, till I will say, जितनी देर तारे नहीं ऊपर चमकते, सितारे यहाँ पे नहीं चमकेंगे आपकी वर्दी पे या आपके ऑफिसर लाइफ में. So you need good luck, but you also need first to prepare well, do your hard work basically. Remember, regarding your preparation, I would say for prelims and mains, follow an interconnected approach. Don't use multiple resources, multiple books. I don't want to repeat most of the guidances, because you must have gone through most of the videos. The most important key thing is, remember that you must keep solving past year's papers. Check what is the demand of UPSC, because it continuously changes. It continuously updates itself to the current demand of the nation. So you must also get updated. Continue to move in the positive direction. You will get lots of feedback. You will get lots of analysis. Take it in positive stride. It doesn't matter the number of times you fail. It doesn't matter the number of times you fall. Remember, you will have to get up again and walk again. And you can do it. You all are bestowed with that power. The Almighty has bestowed you with that amount of positivity and knowledge to get up and walk again. This exam doesn't call for high-level intelligence quotient. It doesn't call for it. This calls for basically good amount of dedicated hard work. So if you are ready to do dedicated hard work, it is only a matter of time before your talent will get recognized and you will be selected into the list. So it might be a long journey, overhauling experience, but be positive, be committed to the job. You will face difficulties, I'm telling you repeatedly, but please stay positive, because this is an exam that will take toll of your energy. You're investing your youth years into it. Remember that while you go through all this, your whole vision, perspective, thought will change. And in the end, if you clear or you do not clear, more importantly, you should have become a good man. You should have become a good person. You should have learned more about your country. You should have learned more about your morals. You should have learned more about your culture and become much more informed than what you started with. If you have the spirit of continuously learning every day and improving every day, be humble, polite, accept your criticism, learn every day, you will be able to take those things positively in future and achieve a good rank. Remember, always maintaining honesty and humbleness will always get rewarded. And DP Agrawal sir is here, and he would know this, that in interviews, honesty and humbleness pays like anything. You try to bluff, you try to show off the color things, you'll be caught. And once you are caught, your marks will be penalized in the interview marks. So the best advice is always say honest and polite and humble. You will be very, very handsomely rewarded in most of the interview stages of your preparation. With this, I'll come to an end of my preparation strategy regarding this. I wish you all the very best for your endeavors for the future. I wish you all the good success and the luck. Please continue to stay motivated. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jasmeet. Now I would like to request All India Rank 2, Mr. Atahar Amir ul Shafi Khan, to kindly address the gathering. Please put your hands together for National Rank 2.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Shri Professor Vishwanath Karad, founder of MIT Group of Institutions, Shri Ranjan Mathai, ex-IFS, Shri Prakash Singh Ji, ex-IPS, Shri D.P. Agarwal, sir, ex-chairman UPSC, Shri Praveen Dikshit, sir, ex-IPS. My dear fellow colleagues and my dear friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. Before going further, I must first of all thank MIT, MIT-SOG, MIT-CST for inviting us here, for giving us this honor, this encouragement, which we are going to take far in our future career. I remember I was in my class in my fourth standard back in my, in the school days, in a school which was nearby my village. Okay. One day, somebody came to inspect our school, and he entered our classroom. There was a boy named Javed who used to sit just in front of me. And the inspector asked him this question, "What does your father do?" He said, "My father is bread." I was sitting behind him, and all of us, we started laughing. Actually, his father was a small baker. He had a small bakery shop. So he had to say that my father works in a bakery shop, but he said, "My father is bread." And we all started laughing. The same person asked me the question, "What does your father do?" I said, "My father is a teacher." Today, when I look back, upon the whole journey, I realized how much privileged I had been, that my father was a teacher, that he could, put the pen in my hand and he could guide me and teach me how to read, how to write, and how to speak. And how unprivileged Javed was, because his father was working in that small bakery shop and he could not complete his even 8th standard. And today he's working at that small bakery shop. When during our, in secondary and higher secondary education, I had one more cousin sister. We were studying in the same class. She was doing much better than me. She used to work harder than me. She was damn good at studies. I was not that good. So in 11th and 12th, I told my parents and other relatives, I want to, join an IIT. I want to qualify this examination. She also said, I want to do the same to her parents. People, what our parents and everybody told us, that okay, they told me to go ahead, you can do it. They told her that you are a girl, kahan engineering karogi? Aapke liye to medical profession bahut acha hai. You should start preparing for MBBS or something like that. And today, she's again in Kashmir. She's doing her bit, and I'm here. I cleared even UPSC examination. She had also told her parents that she wants to go to Delhi or some other place to get coaching and something for this examination. But parents said, "Kahan jaogi? Ab ladki ho, where are you going?" I realized this is exactly the story of all of us. That most of us, we are part of that privileged India, where we are talking about, high growth, that we are one of the one of the fastest growing emerging economies in the world. We are a young population, we're sitting on a huge demographic dividend. We are in India, which is, sitting on this huge geopolitical cloud, and that today no country can afford to ignore us. That we are again the post-liberalization India, part of that post-liberalization India, who have taken benefit, who have been the part of the fruits that this development and this prosperity had brought us. But at the same time, we have the other India. We have these other Javeds and these Rifats who do not even get the basic needs of the day. We are more than 1/5 of our population is still living below poverty line. We talk about so much pride about our society and about our culture and values, yet the kind of inequities, yet the kind of stereotypes, be those based on gender, be those based on religion, be those based on caste, are there. UPSC examination is considered to be one of the most prestigious examinations, no doubt about it. It's an open competition, and the standard that UPSC has maintained of fairness and integrity is impeccable. Now, what do we see? That this year's, look at the results. I am a boy, Jasmeet is a boy. We did not top. The topper was a girl, okay? And now this is not it. She topped, and by such a huge margin, there is nobody distant second or third. There's no one. It's a huge gap. Last year, out of 5 toppers, 5, who were in the top 5, 4 of them were girls. The first one being Ira Singhal, who despite all challenges, despite being physically disabled, she did it. She cleared this examination not only once, twice or thrice, but also 3, 4 times. And in the end, she topped the examination with such a historic way. And yet, we all believe that, that women or girls are not equal to men. Our boys cannot do, our girls cannot do as our boys do. I was telling, in previous interaction as well, that in our country we have this lady like Mary Kom. Earlier people used to say that when it comes to boxing, when it comes to some such kind of things, girls can't do it. She proved that girls can do it. Then we used to say that married women cannot do it. She proved it that married women can do it much better than the guys. Then was a time that people said, no, mothers can't do it. If you raise babies, you got to look about some other career plans. She said, I can be a champion even if I'm a mother of 2 children. So I think this is all about breaking those stereotypes. It's all about, breaking those prejudices that we all have inherited along with other positive things. We still, when it comes to religion, when it comes to caste, when it comes to gender, when it comes to even region, your language, the kind of bias that comes into our minds, the kind of, the kind of dissonance that we face, we have to overcome that dissonance. We have to realize that at the end of the day, we have to emulate something like a bodhisattva, who himself is eligible to achieve nirvana, but does not, want nirvana. He wants everybody of us also to reach that stage and achieve a collective nirvana. We should be like, as we hear in the stories of Krishna and Radha, that Radha and Krishna are going together, so they're walking together, and all of a sudden, Radha, she looks at somebody, she looks at a jeev, a thing or an object which is in very suffering. She feels that pain, she feels that compassion and that karuna, and then she tells Krishna that you have the power, you have the capacity. Please heal this person who is in pain. Please heal, please relieve this object of suffering. We have to be both Krishna as well as Radha. We have to be both compassionate as well as, the person. We need to have that will where we do something to relieve the pain of the others. So this all thing, this clearing civil service examination, aspiring for this examination, it has to be about everything else but not us. It has to be beyond us. It has to be for the person who is last in the queue. Because only then we can do, what we call, we can take this country forward. We can take this country to the echelons of prosperity and progress that we want. I would like to end with a quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says that for sustainable earth, we need great citizens. And by great citizens, he meant citizens with righteousness in heart. He says that when there is righteousness in heart, there's beauty in character. And when there is beauty in character, there's harmony at home. And when there is harmony at home, there is order in the nation. And when there is order in a nation, there's peace in the world. Thank you so much.
Wow, such a wonderful speech. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. And now please welcome, with a big round of applause, All India Rank 1, Miss Tina Dabi. A big round of applause, please. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Professor Karad, Ranjan Mathai sir, Praveen Dikshit sir, Prakash Singh sir, my dear colleagues, and my dear friends. It's an absolute privilege to be here. I want to thank MIT-SOG, MIT-CST for calling me here and giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with all of you. Getting selected into the civil services is an honor, is a privilege in itself. Whenever we read the newspapers and we hear this has happened, that has happened, and whenever you feel that, oh, if I was in this position, I might do this, I might do that. And now getting selected into the service, it's such a big privilege that I get a platform to do my bit for society, to do my bit for the country. This year, during the Civil Services Day celebrated in the month of April, the Prime Minister said something very, very nice, which I believe all of us can carry back home. He said that civil servants can be the agents of change, but they need to have these three things which are very, very essential. The first thing he said is that a civil servant must have compassion. He or she must have that compassionate heart that he or she can feel for the last man. Second, he said that a civil servant must be able to provide that motivational leadership, that he is able to bring along all sections of society and move towards the progress for the nation. And the third thing he said, that a civil servant must have a will, a very strong, intense will to deliver. And that's when civil servants can truly become the agents of change. It's just been one day in MIT, and one thing I'm really taking back from here is that MIT is this unique blend, this unique combination of spirituality and modernity. It makes us rethink our roots, our ancient civilizational values. It makes us go back and think about those community values of being, of the community service, those community values, those family values. It makes us go back to them. And it reminds us that no matter who you are, what you do, never forget your roots. So this unique blend of spirituality and modernity is one thing I am definitely taking back from here. In fact, I was going through Professor Karad's speech, and he quoted Swami Vivekananda in one of his speeches, and I am going to repeat it here. So Swami Vivekananda ji said, "Give me men and women with muscles of iron and nerves of steel, and I shall change the face of earth." So that's the will we are talking about. That's the conviction we are talking about. I think each one of us here, the selected candidates, anyone in the audience, each one of us has a story. And recently I was in Hyderabad, and I met a colleague of mine, one lady officer who's got selected with us, and her story really moved me, of how conviction, if you have the will, you can really move mountains. And being a woman myself, it really touched my heart. So she had been preparing for a really long time for this prestigious exam, and it was her fourth attempt this time. She had got married really early. And somehow most of us, we are privileged that we have parental support, we have family support that pushes us and keeps us going through this grueling journey. But here, when she got married, neither did her husband's family or her own family approve of her even sitting for this exam. And things got worse, that the husband started living away. So you can imagine, when the first time, in her first attempt, when she could not qualify, the amount of discouragement and demotivation she would have felt. Then the second time, and then the third time, and finally the fourth time, she finally made it and entered into the service. And that's the amount of conviction, without any support, without any family support, parental support, and she still made it here. So that's the conviction, that's the passion we really are looking for. And it's all about being, at the end of the day, a very, very positive person, as Jasmeet sir said, a very humble person, learning as much as you can, wherever you can, and taking everything as a privilege, as an opportunity, and trying to make a difference, trying to be the change you always wished to see in the world. So it was wonderful interacting here. I again want to thank MIT for calling me here. Thank you so much. It's been a privilege.
Thank you very much. As everyone is here, including all the top rankers, as well as Mr. Rohan said, definitely this particular ceremony is very special, even for all of us, not just for you. And of course, it doesn't stop us, and it becomes very irresistible to keep all these memories right in memory all the time. So I request all the dignitaries, along with the top rankers, I request my backstage team to kindly give them the shawl of honor for the photograph which we would like to have and which will stay in our memories all the time. I request the photographers to be ready with all the possible permutations and combinations that we can have for this photograph. A very, very memorable photograph. Well, this is not the end of the ceremony. I request everyone to be seated, please. This is not to mark the end of ceremony. There are a lot many things ahead. I request everyone to be seated, please. I can see many students moving. I request my security team to kindly guide them back to their places. Please be seated. Memento, I request my backstage team to give the memento. I request my backstage team to kindly hand over the mementos for the photograph. Well, till that time, I think our photography team can grab. I request everyone to give them once again a big round of applause for all the success that they have achieved, and possibly a standing ovation, everyone. A huge round of applause, please, to the success that they have achieved. A big round of applause. A memorable photograph that we have. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. I now request the UNESCO chairholder, founder, executive president of World Peace Center, MIT Group of Institutions, Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, sir, to address the gathering.
Friends, it truly fills my heart with a sense of pride and pleasure when I stand before you to say welcome and congratulations to all the toppers in this UPSC examination. And friends, what a good fortune for all of us that we have the chief guest and the chief guest of honor, Sri Ranjan Mathai Sahab, Sri D.P. Agrawal sir, Prakash Singh ji, and our very esteemed great friend, a police officer, IPS man, but a great academician, Mr. Praveen Dixit. Friends, on this occasion, when you are stepping into a very important, prestigious positions of tomorrow, and what a good fortune that such learned, great academicians, the scholars, thinkers and philosophers are here to bless you on this occasion. You know it, friends, and I feel sincerely that it has been a good fortune for you, your mother and the father. They have blessed you and given you this best of the best place in your life when you should be grateful to your usual culture and tradition, जिसे भारतीय संस्कृति बोला जाता है। और भारतीय संस्कृति में एक विशेष सोच है। इस संस्कृति में what we call Indian philosophy, Indian culture, Indian tradition, ऐसे कहा जाता है मातृदेवो भव, पितृदेवो भव, आचार्य देवो भव, अतिथि देवो भव। आप समझदार लोग हैं, लेकिन मैं ये मानता हूं कि जब आप कल कलेक्टर बनो, कमिश्नर बनो या और कुछ फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी बनो, मुझे इतना ही आपको याद दिलवाना है कि मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि these youngsters who spoke just now, Jasmeet Singh Sandhu,
Shafi Khan, and our young daughter or a girl, Tina Dabi, and one more friend spoke from MIT, Rohan Bothre. What a decency and decorum they possessed. And at this young age, when they were speaking, the girl student said something about the role of science and spiritual component of life, which was uttered by the great man of India, Swami Vivekananda, in 1893. उसकी बात हुई और मेरे मित्र खान ने तो बहुत सुंदर बात की कल्चर ऑफ पीस की, promoting the culture of peace in the world peace. And possibly, friends, because of their comments on these two important aspects, I'm just tempted to make a mention to you and make an earnest appeal to all those who are going to be very important people of tomorrow. And you may be occupying the great important key positions in the lifetime. And you are, along with the politicians, about which I don't want to make any comment. But you are the people, talented people. But it's not only IQ, the intelligent quotient, which is going to be sufficient. But along with the IQ, you must have the EQ too. The emotional quotient is as it is called. And the spiritual quotient too. This is an essential feature of a winning personality. In MIT, we have been always telling my students who are sitting possibly in this audience, we have been always requesting them, friends, remember, you must try to develop your winning personalities. And when I say winning personality, it's a usual sentence in MIT campus. What we mean is you should be physically fit, mentally alert, intellectually sharp, but spiritually elevated. 4 dimensions of a personality. This is a very simple equation and a logic which is expected from the youngsters like you, friends. Because I will just tell you 2 sentences once again. I have a hope. अभी भारतीय अस्मिता जगाने का वक्त आ गया है, इतना ध्यान में रखो, ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा। लेकिन जैसे विवेकानंद ने 1897 में कहा, 1893 की बात है, यूनियन ऑफ साइंस एंड रिलीजन ऑब्लिक स्पिरिचुअलिटी। रिलीजन के बारे में कंफ्यूजन मत रखो। रिलीजन का मतलब दिया है, रिलीजन इज नथिंग बट टू परफॉर्म योर ड्यूटी, द ड्यूटी टुवर्ड द मदर, द फादर, द फैमिली, द सोसाइटी, द नेशन, द होल वर्ल्ड। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, वन वर्ड। ध्यान में रखना भाई, मैं इसमें कोई गर्व की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं भारतीय संस्कृति के बारे में, लेकिन ऐसे हुआ 700 साल we are being under the control of the other people, and especially the British had dominated the whole thing. And it was Macaulay which made us feel and forget your own traditions and culture. ये बात सबसे बुरी बात थी। विवेकानंद ने कहा 21st century will be the century for Mother India. My Mother India is the word. It's not my words. That great noble son says, 21वीं शताब्दी में मेरी भारत माता ज्ञान का दालन बोल के दुनिया में उभर आएगी, and will show the pathway of harmony and peace to mankind. सारी दुनिया को सुख समाधान और शांति का रास्ता दिखाने का दायित्व मेरी भारत माता यानी आपके ऊपर है। आप लोग हैं जो दिशा दे सकते हैं। आप यदि नहीं जानेंगे, नहीं समझेंगे कि भारतीय संस्कृति परंपरा क्या है, तो कोई दुनिया नहीं करेगी। इतना ध्यान में रखो। I'd like to just make a statement to you, friends. You are going to face a number of issues and problems. You are going to work in different very important positions. And as a collector, commissioner, police officer, or a foreign secretary, you may have to take some critical decisions. And wherein all these aspects have to be remembered by you. Friends, very uncalled for issue of today is the horrifying violence all over the world. The terrorism, bloodshed, massacre, and the violence. Very fortunately, I'm not to tell you something of my own, but I had the good fortune of just before 6 months speaking to the World Parliament of Religions. Fortunately, the 9th Parliament in the series of Vivekananda. And I was one of the keynote speakers, and friends not of mine, but I have been repeatedly saying the same thing again and again and speaking to the whole world community. Remember, like you, 80 nations and 10,000 delegates. I was very much surprised to see the whole group of scholars, thinkers, philosophers, and scientists of the world. When I just said at the end of my speech, I was given the very speech of whether the MIT has been trying to speak about the union of science and spiritual component, and which is called as a value-based universal education system. I was asked to say a few comments on this, and they said directly that whether Professor Karad, can your value-based universal education system, which you have been talking all the time, based on the Vivekananda's words of wisdom, whether this can really help the world community to minimize the chaos, confusion, bloodshed, massacre, terrorism, and violence. And then I said, yes, we have a solution, and it's my mother India which is going to this pathway for this solution. And thereafter, I just read very humbly, not of mine, but some quotation from the Atharva Veda. Friends, it reads like this. You may be knowing some of you and the great scholars sitting on the dais. They are very learned, scholarly people. I'm not trying to present them with some advice. But it says, fellowship is the wording. Friends, we are the birds of the same nest. We may wear different skins. We may speak different tongues. We may believe in different religions. We may belong to different cultures. But yet we share the same home, the Mother Earth. Born on the same planet, covered by the same skies, gazing at the same stars, breathing the same air. We must learn to progress together or miserably perish together. For a person can live individually, but can only survive collectively is the real mission. And friends, you will not believe that when I said to them, all the delegates were very surprised to read this stanza. I said, this is from the Vedic literature of India. And that time, all the 10,000 delegates had a standing ovation. It's not for me. It was for the culture which India exhibits. It was for this version, which was given from the Atharva Veda quotation. We should not have a confusion that Vedas means ritualistic part of it. Vedic sciences is the main aspect, remember. All these Vedic sciences have given new dimensions. And let me tell you, friends, you have seen that the photograph which is being given to all the chief guests was of philosopher Sant Ganesh. Not because he's a Maharashtrian or he's from Pune. Remember, friends, this Sant Ganesh at the age of only 16, remember, my friends know it, but the friends who have come from outside, you must know at the age of only 16. This boy wrote the commentary on Gita called as Jnaneshwari. And remember, friends, this Bhagavad Gita or Jnaneshwari, wherein he says, I am writing this scripture to understand the ultimate reality, the ultimate truth. Do shabda hai. And remember, friends, Mother India, your Mother India, my Mother India, has been always trying to worship the knowledge divine, and it has been always in the quest of understanding the ultimate reality, the ultimate truth, which is the aim of science itself. So science and spiritual component of life does not make any difference between the two, but you have to have understanding. And hence we have been always following the footsteps of the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda, and trying to worship this knowledge divine in the form of either Sant Jnaneshwar, Tukaram, Guru Nanak, Kanak Das, Purandar Das, whatever names you take. Friends, remember the equation like E equal to mc square given by Einstein is speaking the same language which was spoken by Sant Jnaneshwar at the age of 16, 700 years back. मैं ये ज्ञानेश्वर महाराष्ट्र के बोल के नहीं बोल रहा. As a scientist, as an engineer, as a teacher, I'm trying to present to you because you are going to the people who are going to lead the society in one way or the other. I wish you the best of luck, friends. Convey my regards to your parents, the mother and the father. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Moving on. Before I request the next dignitary to kindly address the gathering, I request my technical team to kindly relay the film on Honorable Shri Praveen Dikshit, sir. Shri Praveen Narayan Dikshit. When the state declared Praveen Narayan Dikshit's name for the post of DGP in 2015 of the state of Maharashtra, honest officers across the state was hoping and looking for the change. As for him, his main focus was to change the image of Maharashtra police. 1977 batch Maharashtra cadre Indian Police Services officer has served around 35 years in the IPS and dealt with many assignments abroad and in India. He is known for bringing in the change in the various departments he has worked for. For instance, when the former DGP was heading the State Anti-Corruption Bureau, he made use of social media to reach out to the people. While serving as Deputy Director of Bureau of Immigration, he improved the functioning of immigration checkposts at several international airports and at the land checkposts and so on. The gallant police officer received the President's Police Medal for his daredevil investigations during his tenure in the Anti-Corruption Bureau, where he probed heavyweight politicians. We are honored to welcome Shri Praveen Narayan Dikshit.
Please put your hands together for Honorable Shri Praveen Dikshit, sir, former Director General of Police for the state of Maharashtra. A big round of applause, please.
Welcome, sir. Thank you.
योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिल शक्तिधर स्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. My best congratulations to all the selected candidates who have done exceedingly well and shown the path to the entire young generation. At the very outset, as some of the candidates have already mentioned, well, humility is the most important thing. There are many others who are not privileged, as all of you who have been selected. But that does not mean that they are not working towards the developmental activities. We, as the government servants, are only facilitators. If we take the help of each and everyone around us, I'm sure that kind of empowerment of the common person will give you great success, great appreciation, and great reward in the days to come. Well, for the students who are sitting behind and aspiring to join the civil services, my only request to all of you would be to make the decision at the earliest in your career. The early you decide, the chances of getting selected are much better. And therefore, please decide early, not just keep on wishing that I should be a civil servant, but also be prepared for whatever is required to do that at the earnest. At the end of the Second World War, the world was having maybe around 120 countries, and from there onwards, now we have moved to having more than 198 or 200 countries. If you see the history of last 75 years plus, you can find that there are about 60 countries which are known as failed countries. Now, out of these failed countries, hardly 10 or 12 countries have failed because of the external aggression. Rest all, they have failed because of the internal problems they could not manage. My dear friends, the students who have been selected as the civil servants today and are in front of us, they have the huge challenge to ensure that this country marches towards progress and not otherwise. And this can be done by their impartial behavior, by their rising above the selfish motives, by being equal to all the persons and taking everyone with them. I'm sure they will certainly do it. Well, it has been already mentioned that determination is one of the most important activity, which you all must have if you have to be successful. What is called as that last killing instinct. If you have that, well, not only you can pass the civil service maybe in the first attempt itself, but also it will display in all the activities, all the decisions that you take in the course of your time, maybe in the next 3 decades, 4 decades or so. One thing which strikes me of all these candidates who have been selected, hardly any of them had very brilliant parentage, or hardly any of them had the tutelage of being privileged to be born in a very rich person's family or with a rich background. But still, each one of them have made it to this service by the dint of their hard work. I'm sure they will continue to do so in the days to come. My best wishes to each one of them and to each of those who are aspiring for that as well. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Next, before I call the next dignitary on the dais, I request my technical team to kindly relay the film on special made on the guest of honor of today's function, Honorable Shri Prakash Singh Ji.
Shri Prakash Singh, retired IPS, is a former member of National Security Advisory Board, Director General, Border Security Force, Director General of Police, Uttar Pradesh, and Director General of Police in Assam. The Government of India, in recognition of his contribution to national security, awarded him Padma Shri in 1991. Singh has an excellent track record of combating terrorism in turbulent parts of the country. An expert on terrorism and counter-insurgency, he has given lectures all over the world in universities, political institutes, defense colleges, etc., throwing light on the various aspects of terrorism. Mr. Singh has written 6 books so far on Nagaland, the Naxalite movement in India, disaster response, and Kohima to Kashmir. He has contributed about 350 articles to the editorial of national newspapers, magazines, and journals. He is interviewed regularly on the Indian TV channels for expert comments. Mr. Prakash Singh is also the architect of the police reforms in the country. We are honored to welcome Shri Prakash Singh.
Please put your hands together for the guest of honor of today's function, Padma Shri Honorable Shri Prakash Singh Ji. Welcome, sir.
Dr. Karad, founder of the MIT Group of Institutions, distinguished members on the dais, the successful candidates at the civil services exams. सबसे पहले तो मैं MIT SOG को बधाई देना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने इस फंक्शन का आयोजन किया है और सिविल सर्विसेज में जो लड़के और लड़कियां जो सफल हुए हैं उनको बधाई देने के लिए, उनके उत्साहवर्धन के लिए उन्होंने ये आयोजन किया। हम लोग के समय में तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता था, हम लोग बस पास कर गए अपना चुपचाप, फिर एक दिन ट्रेनिंग एकेडमी चले गए, कोई न शॉल पहनाने वाला था न कोई मान्यता देने वाला था। तो आप लोग इस मायने में बड़े भाग्यवान हैं कि आपकी सफल मेहनत को समाज की तरफ से मान्यता मिल रही है और एक पब्लिक फंक्शन हो रहा है। सिविल सर्विसेज में सफल होना एक बहुत बड़ी महत्वाकांक्षा है आज की जनरेशन के लिए। और जब भी कोई कहीं एक सैंपल सर्वे होता है या रैंडम इंटरव्यूज ले जाते हैं तो यही होता है कि मुझे तो सिविल सर्विसेज इम्तहान में बैठना है, आईएएस बनना है, आईपीएस बनना है, इत्यादि इत्यादि। और इतने मुश्किल इम्तहान को पास करके कोई पोजीशन लाना अब कोई आसान काम नहीं है। मुश्किल हमेशा में था, हमारे समय में भी था, पर मैं देख रहा हूँ कि दिनों दिन इम्तहान और मुश्किल होता जा रहा है। अभी मैं 3 दिन पहले प्रीलिम्स का पेपर देख रहा था क्योंकि मेरी ग्रैंड डॉटर इम्तहान देकर आई थी। मुझे लगा कितना मुश्किल पर्चा है, और उस पर्चे में तो मैं समझता हूँ 50% भी कोई नंबर पा जाए तो उस न केवल सफल होगा बल्कि बहुत अच्छे नंबर से पास हो जाएगा। पर आज आप सफल हो गए हैं, आपको मान्यता मिली है, आपको शॉल पहनाया गया है, आपको पुरस्कार दिए गए हैं। ये समझ लीजिए कि अब ये परीक्षा और मुश्किल परीक्षा की शुरुआत हो रही है। अब आप एक ऐसे सर्विस में जा रहे हैं जहां आपको कदम कदम पर परीक्षा देनी पड़ेगी। मैं अक्सर मेरे जहन में ये सवाल आता है कि क्या आज के अफसर, क्या वो आईएएस के हों, क्या आईपीएस के हों, रेवेन्यू के हों, कस्टम्स के हों, क्या वो अपने कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन कर रहे हैं? देश को, देश की जनता को उनसे जो आकांक्षाएं हैं क्या वो उसको पूरा कर रहे हैं? ये सबसे बड़ी परीक्षा है और चुनौती है। अगर आप उस परीक्षा में सफल नहीं हुए तो मैं कहूँगा ये सिविल सर्विसेज की परीक्षा पास करना कम से कम देश के लिए निरर्थक रहा। मैं बहुत सारे टॉपर्स को देखता हूँ। उत्तर प्रदेश का ऑर्डर है मेरा। उत्तर प्रदेश में एक, किसी अफसर का नाम नहीं लूँगा पर जो बताऊँगा वो सब तथ्य हैं। एक ऑल आईएएस के टॉपर बहुत दिनों तक जेल में थे, अभी हाल में जमानत पे छूटे हैं। टॉपर। अब सोचिए उस वर्ष का सबसे बड़ा विद्वान लड़का जेल में क्यों गया? जेल में इसलिए गया कि वो उसने जो एक विद्या तो अर्जित कर ली पर ज्ञान नहीं अर्जित किया। उसने पढ़ाई तो कर ली, सूचनाओं को अपने दिमाग में ठूंस लिया और इम्तिहान में जाके उसको लिख दिया, पर उतना पर्याप्त नहीं है। आवश्यकता इस बात की है कि आपने जो शिक्षा ली है वो वैल्यू बेस्ड थी कि नहीं। आप जीवन में जब पदार्पण कर रहे हैं सिविल सर्विसेज का इम्तिहान देके तो आपके सामने लक्ष्य क्या है? बहुत से लड़के बोलेंगे नहीं, पर उन मतलब सच्चाई है जो लोग ओवरहियर करते हैं और फिर मुझे बताते हैं। बहुत से लड़के खुलेआम कहते हैं हमारा तो मतलब है पैसा बनाना। अगर यह लक्ष्य है आपका, केवल पैसा बनाना, तो फिर आपको जो बधाई मिली है, जो मेडल मिला है, वो एक दिखावा बाहर होके रह जाएगा। कितने चीफ सेक्रेटरीज हैं, डीजीपीज हैं, आज मतलब किसी के खिलाफ मुकदमा चल रहा है, किसी के खिलाफ चार्जशीट लगी है। एक मध्य प्रदेश में एक आईएएस दंपति थे, पति पत्नी दोनों जेल गए, दोनों नौकरी से निकाले गए। तो आखिर ये हो क्या रहा है? मैं देखिए अपने स्तर पे मैंने भ्रष्टाचार के विरुद्ध कई लड़ाइयाँ लड़ी हैं, उसमें एक छोटी सी लड़ाई का जिक्र करूंगा। उत्तर प्रदेश में मैंने एक ऐसी लिस्ट बनाई आईएएस अधिकारियों को मिलाकर, ऐसे अधिकारी जो सत्यनिष्ठ थे, जिनके ईमानदारी पर कोई उंगली नहीं उठा सकता। हम लोगों ने एक लिस्ट बनाई 10 आईएएस अधिकारियों की और 10 आईपीएस अधिकारियों की। ये बात काफ़ी पुरानी है, 10-12 साल पुरानी। और हम लोगों ने उस समय ये लिखा कि ये आईएएस अधिकारी जो हैं, इनके टोटल एसेट्स, चल और अचल संपत्ति दोनों मिला के 100 करोड़ के हैं, और जो आईपीएस अधिकारी हैं उनके कम से कम 10 करोड़। और हमने ये भी लिख दिया कि ऐसा नहीं कि आईपीएस अधिकारी कम भ्रष्ट हैं, उनको उतना पैसा बनाने का मौका नहीं मिलता, इसलिए वो 10 ही करोड़ पे हैं। ये मैंने साफ ईमानदारी से लिख दिया और सरकार को वो 10-20 अधिकारियों की सूची भेज दी और कहा कि इनके खिलाफ आप कार्रवाई करिए, और अगर आपको कार्रवाई करने में कोई मदद चाहिए, सबूत इकट्ठा करना हो तो हम तैयार हैं। हैरत होगी, लोग उस लेटर पे कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई। लोग मुझसे पूछते रहे कि साहब वो लिस्ट में कौन लोग हैं, बता दीजिए। मैंने तो किसी को नहीं बताया, पर अखबार, हिंदुस्तान के अखबार तो बड़ा ही मतलब घर में घुस जाता है, आपके बेडरूम में घुस जाएगा, आपके किचन में घुस जाएगा। तो उन लोगों ने वो लिस्ट सेक्रेटेरिएट से निकाल ली और अखबार में छाप भी दिया। कुछ लोगों ने मुझसे कहा, सर ये आप क्या करते हैं, आप बिना मतलब आप इतने दुश्मन खड़े कर रहे हैं, आप कह रहे हैं 100-100 करोड़ की इनके एसेट्स हैं, कोई 2 करोड़ में आपको सुपारी दे दे आपके खिलाफ तो क्या होगा। मैंने कहा भाई कुछ मेरा भाग्य या दुर्भाग्य ऐसा रहा है कि मैं हमेशा करीब 12 साल आतंकवाद ग्रस्त क्षेत्रों में रहा और हमेशा जान का खतरा लगा रहा, तो अब मुझे कोई परवाह नहीं है। अब तो मेरी नौकरी भी पूरी हो गई है, बच्चे भी हमारे दोनों कमा रहे हैं, ठीक है जो होगा देखा जाएगा। खैर वो तो बात अलग है, वो तो बात अलग है, पर उस पर जब कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई तो फिर मैं भी परेशान हूँ, भाई ये फिर मामला क्या है। फिर एक सीनियर अफसर आए मुझसे कहने, सर आपकी लिस्ट बड़ी काम आई। मैं चौंका, ये किस काम आ गई भाई लिस्ट, हमें तो कोई कार्रवाई तो दिखी नहीं। उसने कहा सर ऐसे ही अफसरों की तो सरकार को जरूरत है, और उनको पका पकाए लिस्ट मिल गया। तो ये आज एक बड़ी विचित्र स्थिति है, पर खैर सरकार ने जो किया वो या नहीं किया वो अलग बात है। सवाल यह है कि आज अधिकारी इतनी ज्यादा चल अचल संपत्ति कैसे इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं। अभी थोड़े दिन पहले एक बहुत सीनियर अफसर ने मेरे बेटे से कहा, मेरा बेटा भी IPS अधिकारी है, कि भाई तुम्हारे डैडी अब थोड़ा आउट ऑफ डेट हो गए हैं। तो मेरे बेटे ने पूछा भाई कैसे आउट ऑफ डेट हो गए हैं। उनका तुम्हारे डैडी अभी 100 करोड़ की ही बात करते हैं, अब तो 1000 करोड़ तक मामला पहुंच गया। मेरा माथा ठनका जब मेरे बेटे ने मुझे बताया। तो फिर मैंने नए सिरे से पता करना शुरू किया और बात बिल्कुल सही थी, बात बिल्कुल सही है। अब स्तर हमारे अफसरों का 1000 करोड़ तक पहुंच गया। मेरा आपसे ये कहना है बड़ा हाथ जोड़ के कि अगर इस लक्ष्य से आपने सर्विस एंटर की है तो भाई जल्दी ही इसको छोड़ दीजिए, इस सर्विस को कहीं और कुछ ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। लक्ष्य आपका क्या हुआ। अभी मैं थोड़े दिन पहले मुझे हरियाणा में जांच करने को भेजा गया कि आखिर इतना 15 दिन तक हिंसा का, अराजकता का, बर्बादी का, दुकान जलाने का, लोगों को पीटने का, घरों को तबाह करने का, स्कूलों को जलाने का एक तांडव हुआ था 15 दिन तक। सरकार ने मुझसे कहा कि जाके जांच करके आइए कि आखिर किन अधिकारियों ने कोताही बरती। बहुत मुझे अंदर से मुझे इतनी तकलीफ हुई। मैं जब दौरे पे निकला, 8 जिलों का दौरा किया मैंने सोचा कम से कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट या कोई SP ऐसा मिलेगा जिसने हर चुनौती के बावजूद ऊपर उठ के अगर काम किया होगा तो उससे कहूंगा शाबाश बेटे, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू। 8 जिले का मैंने दौरा किया और मेरा हाथ किसी के पीठ पे नहीं रखा गया। आखिर क्यों चुनौती के सामने हम क्यों हथियार डाल देते हैं। फिर आखिर रिपोर्ट में मुझे 80 अधिकारियों को दोषित ठहराया मैंने, जिसमें 5 IAS थे, 5 IPS थे। एक IAS, सीनियर IAS और एक IPS के खिलाफ तो कार्रवाई हुई, होम सेक्रेटरी हटा दिए गए, DGP हटा दिए गए, परंतु उसके बाद इतनी ज़बरदस्त हमारे रिपोर्ट पे आक्रमण हुए कि भैया ताकि बाकी लोग बच जाएं। और आक्रमण कौन भी किया। आजकल तो असल में अधिकारियों ने सबने पॉलिटिकल गॉडफादर्स बना रखे हैं, तो अपने पॉलिटिकल गॉडफादर्स को पकड़ा और हमारी रिपोर्ट पे आक्रमण होने लगे। तो अब फिलहाल कार्रवाई रुक गई है। मेरा कहने का तात्पर्य यह है कि आप IAS अधिकारी हैं, IPS अधिकारी, आप क्या नहीं कर सकते। मैं जब ट्रेनिंग में था तो मेरे गुरु ने एक शिक्षा दी थी कि अगर कलेक्टर और SP मिल जाए तो जिले को भी बेच दे, सरकार कुछ नहीं कर पाएगी। मेरा कहने का तात्पर्य है कि आपके हाथ में इतनी शक्ति है, इतनी पावर्स हैं, वो पावर क्यों दी गई हैं। जनसाधारण की सुरक्षा के लिए, उसके विकास के लिए, उसके हिफाजत के लिए, समाज में अच्छा एक हार्मनी की बात की अभी अतहर ने, उस हार्मनी को बनाए रखने के लिए, देश को तरक्की पे ले जाने के लिए, इसके लिए पावर दी गई है। पावर इसलिए नहीं दी गई है कि आप अपनी चल अचल संपत्ति को बस बढ़ाते रहिए। तो मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, तुम लोग, मैंने कहा एक इम्तिहान तो पार कर लिया है, पर अब एक जीवन की परीक्षा अब शुरू होने जा रही है। मैं देखना चाहूँगा तुम लोग आगे उस परीक्षा में कितने सफल होते हो। तरह तरह के प्रलोभन मिलेंगे, तरह तरह के दबाव होंगे, उनसे तुम प्रलोभन से क्या बच पाते हो, दबाव से क्या ऊपर उठ पाते हो। और मेरी तुमको मात्र यही सलाह है कि तुम्हारी सर्विस में सफलता का औचित्य, और IAS, IPS या रेवेन्यू सर्विस, कस्टम्स, इनकम टैक्स में जाने का औचित्य मात्र इतना है कि तुम समाज के प्रति तुम्हारी प्रतिबद्धता हो, देश के प्रति तुम्हारा पूरा कमिटमेंट हो, और तुम्हारी सारी शक्ति, तुम्हारी सारी प्रतिभा ऐसे कामों में लगे और अपने कर्तव्यों का इस तरह से तुम निर्वहन करो कि तुम भारत को प्रगति के रास्ते पे एक शाश्वत भारत बनाने के लिए, एक प्रगतिशील भारत बनाने के लिए, एक उन्नत भारत बनाने के लिए, एक शक्तिशाली भारत बनाने के लिए उसमें अपना योगदान दे सको। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मेरी तुम्हारी शुभकामनाएं हैं। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I would now request my technical team to kindly relay the film on our guest of honor, Honorable Shri D.P. Agarwal, sir.
Professor D.P. Agarwal was the chairman of Union Public Service Commission, New Delhi, for 6 years. During his tenure, he initiated major reforms and improvements in various examinations, including the Civil Services Examination. Besides that, there were initiatives like using information technology for online applications. At the international level, tie-ups with public service commissions of African, Middle Asian, Gulf countries, and SAARC countries were done under his leadership. A meeting of chairmen of public service commissions of SAARC member states was started by him for the very first time. An eminent teacher, educational administrator, and institution builder, Professor Agarwal is a member of number of professional institutions and societies. He is known for policy planning and new initiatives like articulation on public service, public administration, e-governance, ICT initiatives in education, and skill set delivery to young students, vocational education systems, planning and delivery mechanism, system re-engineering for transparency, efficiency and effectiveness in public service delivery, and so on. Professor Agarwal has received many awards, including honorary degrees. His research papers have been acclaimed nationally and internationally. We are honored to welcome Professor D.P. Agarwal.
Please put your hands together for the guest of honor of today's function, Honorable Shri D.P. Agarwal, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Very good afternoon, friends. Professor Vishwanathji Karad, a visionary who laid the foundation of MIT group of institutions. Under the auspices of it, we are here today. We have very eminent people on the dais, and you heard most of them. Let me at the outset congratulate each of you who have been successful through the UPSC civil service examination. People consider it to be the most difficult examination as far as the civil services are selected across the globe. I have a fortune to be associated with 2 examinations in this country which chooses the best to contribute in different walks of life. I was the part of the IIT system. Therefore, most of the parents who are present here would know that their children aspires to be in the IITs and how difficult it is to become part of that august institution as students. And the second has been the Union Public Service Commission. And I was very pleasantly and proudly accept what one of your toppers said. And I had great regard for the way Mr. Athar puts his views. And when he said that at least in this country, there's one organization which maintains an impeccable record of integrity and honesty. And I'm very happy to look at the people who have been selected. It clearly indicates that there cannot be any bias towards caste, creed, gender, or any kind of bias which must have been there to ensure that the best is chosen to be in this position. The point remains, therefore, is that having done this exercise, how do I see in the future? Prakash Singh ji has mentioned one anecdote. Let me recount one experience when after I spoke in a law school, and mentioned in very flowing terms that how important it is that we choose the best. Not only the best, we choose people with integrity, we choose people with compassion, and we choose people who have dreams in their eyes to do something for this country and the people of this nation. I finished my lecture. Normally I avoid press interviews, but this was one occasion where I was confronted by the press. And the question immediately came, sir, you feel so proud that you choose people with integrity, honesty, but you read the newspaper every 4th day and you find one of them has been caught, punished, and whatnot. It's a very difficult question to answer by the chairman of the UPSC. I think Prakash Singh ji had mentioned the malice. Malice is not that we have not selected the right kind of people. We looked in you, people who had dreams. We looked in you, a young man or a woman who have a dream to make a change into the way this country is run. That you all have an ambition to carve out a niche for yourself by contributing something, one single thing for which you would be remembered. But then, governance is not only you. Governance is a system. Governance consists, when we talk about school of governance, it is not talking about bureaucrats alone. What governance is? Governance consists of today 3 critical elements: the policymaker, the political mass. In fact, I'm very happy that currently MPs are referred by media every time the lawmakers. So you are not the lawmaker. So if this conception that you can make law for anything, please forget. The question then comes that are you a part of an iron curtain? It cuts both ways. If iron curtain is such that it closes you in a shell which cannot be attacked from outside, I'm not looking this kind of bureaucrat. I'm looking an iron curtain around you of something which protects you from the greed, which protects you from vices, which protects you from unnecessarily pressures when you want to deliver the best which you think. I also believed throughout my life, and I still believe that each of you are very honest people. It is the system to which you interact. It puts you pressure. It made you think in variety of ways, and it requires the character in you which make you to stand what you think is right. Everybody says sun rise from east, but each of you can make your own decisions in convey in such a manner that whatever might it come, you can still stand and people say, look, he stood up and said whatever he wanted to say. I also recount to one incident, and my friends who are from government can recount many, that I received a call. I was a part of Human Resource Ministry, advisor on technical education. I received a call from Minister's office and said that the Minister desires that this be done. Promptly send the file back. I would be happy if you sign this note. Minister signs is better. If he doesn't, you sign in the same words that Minister desired this to be done. There's nothing wrong which I've said. I didn't want to confront anybody. I only said, what you're conveying to me, please say in writing. After you made a call to me. If this was the system of today, some of my young friends could have even make a note of it or maybe taken a record of it. And we recently looked such a case. But that the person won't write. The point I'm making, that what you think is right, please do say. Nothing is going to happen to you. What at best would happen? Prakash Singh ji very jocularly said in a back room that you may be transferred. But maybe today you are hounded out and to be punished. But this happens every time. The ethos of this country have shown that the greats are only those who under odds can sustain the pressure and come standing their heads high. It does not require something to be taught all the day. It comes from within you. If you can feel the pulse of people, you are not representing them to the policymaker. You are only a middle path. Please don't forget that you are only a middle person in between the people of this nation and the lawmakers. Though it's also a fact that today lawmakers have also developed a mechanisms of direct contact with the public at large. And therefore, communication mechanism between the public and the policymaker, and the public and you, if they have two different communication channels, and the feedback is so different, the respect is finished. You go and say something, which they directly see something else. And I have seen this happen. I recall once addressing young groups who had gone for training. In the training, each of you will go for a field job. And after the field job, you come back and submit a report. On the ground, what did you see? These 5 young officers who wrote a report in one of the districts of so-called one of the developing states, and they told me, sir, the report what collector has given, the report what we are giving, after talking to the people, is so different. So tomorrow you'll occupy these positions. So be truthful to you. You might get one award for doing something, and I'll not name, that somebody was awarded for the best e-governance project. But the next year he was arrested for doing something very fishy. Would you like that to happen to you? Cultivate a habit of being truthful to yourself first. Automatically, you will be truthful to everybody. Also consider, you are there to do your duties. You are not doing any ihsan either on the government or the people of this nation. You chose this career for yourself. Nobody forced you to take this career. And don't think that you come here to make destiny of nation. You are only a part of who built the destiny of nation. There are people, the UPSC do select, other than civil engineer, civil services, people, engineers, the doctors, and whatnot. And they all contribute to the growth of this nation. Interestingly, you find that we attach too much value to one thing. It cannot happen in this nation anymore. This nation is very different today than what it was 30 years or 40 years ago. The youth of today receives ideas across the globe through television, through multimedia, through social media, and therefore many of you don't think in the lines the youth and the people at large are expecting. Their role models are not you. It's very interesting that if you try to identify who are the role models, a list, and we tend to ask this question in many times in UPSC, who's your role model? Would you believe me? 80% will still say Mahatma Gandhi is the role model for us. He's not a bureaucrat. So there's no dichotomy in the fight between that only you can be a role model. Role model can be anybody. To somebody who could be a bureaucrat, there's nothing wrong. But the whole idea is that you first become a role model. Let me also put another picture. The country has progressed. There are a lot of jobs available all around. Universities are saying that all of our students are well placed. In the last 2 years, I've been traveling and talking to students in universities and faculty. And I asked this question: what is the first job you want to take? The first year student. I was not surprised when they said they want government jobs. On one hand, we are saying that all those who come to the governments are corrupt, that they only believe in getting money, but that's remained the only choice. But the brightest of the people. And this shows that in civil service today, out of 9 lakh, some figure given was, 3 lakhs applied were engineers, sufficient number of doctors, large number of PhDs. Therefore, this clearly indicates that youth of today wants to break the barriers, move around to do things which you want to do the best. And I thought those who are young people here must learn 2 more things which I must say. When I was trying to make changes in civil services, my sole motive was to choose somebody who can think afresh. Today, we get people who are well-rounded by so-called coaching centers. You ask one question, a very good answer will come because coaching centers let them mug it up. You follow by another 2 questions, the language will break. They would come down to the normal language. And when you ask them a new idea, which will not be there. If that is going to the future civil servants, that you come up here like a pakka ghada for us, what changes I can make into you? Therefore, this was a paramount point in my mind. I was very happy when Vishwanathji Kararsa mentioned that we consider teacher as a guru. Interestingly, I find greatest effort made in this country today that while in civil service there should be a subject which a student should learn in the university. I am aghast that there is a graduation requirement, but you want to bring all the linkages what you have done in the university. On the other hand, the universities have thrown leaders in terms of policymaker. Union president is a minister. Currently, 3 Delhi University union presidents are very senior minister in the present government. They must be learning at the university. Get that experience, but that does not happen. We want to do something which are on the beaten track. We feel so proud to say, if you are a topper in a university, you may not be very good for bureaucracy. I mean, this is the only place I've been told. When I was the faculty at the IIT and the professor, I was told if you are the best, you will be taken. But here, you say if you are a best achiever in the university, you are no good. You are not practical. Either the whole education is wrong, or you are not gone to university at all. People talked about humility. I attended Aligarh Muslim University. Till date, I don't forget that I was an alumni of that university, because one thing the day when they told me that you must respect your teachers, that you must respect your senior. And there was not a single occasion when I went to a senior and asked some support, he was coming forward. That's how we learn compassion. That's how we learn to hold hand. In future for you is to hold hand. Future is not that you can give something. You are not going to distribute saris or checks or something. You will only hold hand of people of this nation. If you hold their hand, you understand them better, you are a successful person. I remember a doctor in a side district, again in Hindi heartland state. He retired. And he tells me, sir, there is not a single day when 20, 30 people don't come to just wish me. In all that I did, my duty truthfully, honestly, and as a doctor I was available. My request to you would be, please do your duties honestly, boldness, and with a view that you are only one element of the whole governing system. Let me also caution to you, the days are gone when some of the top bureaucrats would not like to be in the press at all. They will go and brag. But today, an incident happened in a state where 3 people spoken by the press spoke in 3 different languages. The DSP said something, DSP said something, and finally DG said something. This can only happen when we jump so quickly to react to press without understanding the whole thing. And this is very dangerous. Please learn to handle press, because press is also becoming the aspirations of people. You are not anymore aspirations of people. This is very surprising. While you are supposed to be helping them all through, they look their aspirations in press. They don't look at aspirations in you. Finally, to my friends who are preparing, it's a very hard, tough journey. I can only say that if you read more, if you try to be very clear in what you are writing, if you practice hard, recognize each one of you is your competitor. And sometimes friends will come and say, sir, 3 of us studied together. He got more marks in interview than I got. But each of you got your own personality. This interview is a personality. And I narrate one example in close. When I was still the member in the UPSC, a candidate came. In fact, 2 incidences. In today's form, and my friends also on the dais, today in the form there is a column written about hobby. I think each of you must have filled that. And I just tell you how this is filled and where you can be in problem. This year, this was 1 year, when some people said they are very fond of talking to children below age of 5. That's their hobby. I don't know how far Mathaji would appreciate that. So I asked this boy, this was a boy, so please tell me, how do you interact with a child of 5 years? Till date, I don't understand how do I interact. Can anybody say how do I interact with a child of 5 years? He can't speak very well. Mother tongue hardly will speak because he is growing. He or she of their own has no hobbies. He will not discuss politics. He will not discuss development. He will only talk about some games in which he would be interested. But then somebody said, if you write this, this will show a dimension in you that you are a very compassionate person and want to be very helpful to very young people in this country. And we then found out, this was one of the coaching centers, very well-known coaching center in Delhi, which asked 3 people to fill this up. And since each of you go for coaching, therefore everybody has filled this up. So please don't do that. Hobby is something very serious business, which you enjoy the maximum. That's why it is a hobby. You take it by choice. Sometimes you don't take education by choice. Parents push you in. But they can't make you a photographer, they can't make you a player. So therefore, hobby is a serious business. Please don't get into that group of writing flowery things. If you don't have an hobby, it doesn't matter. How does it matter? I'll cite that example to you also. Let me give the second example. A candidate came and he wrote in hobby that he likes to travel to villages. I was very happy. At least there's somebody like me who probably talks of villages. I do because I grew up through village till my later schools. And I said, I'm very happy that you do. And I said, what's the village you visited? Because I want to do some serious discussion. In civil service interviews, some of very great people come and sit on the board. So we followed this question to the candidate and said, look, friend, we knew that from which place he came from. And I just said, half thinking that maybe I'm guessing. I said, is it a village from your father was born? And the boy said, yes, sir. So that's the first village he said he visited. And he proved also that it is a village where they go quite often because the father was born. So it's not a part of hobby. It's a part of a responsibility because you go with father and your parents to visit that village. Followed the next question, please give me the second village you visited. Again, knowing the general understanding of the area. In mind you, some of the experts sitting in there, they know this country so well. You must have seen on the board, very eminent people sit in this country in and out. So you can't get away with something. So he said some other town. One of the board members said, if I remember, this village is so many kilometers from here. Now, what did you see in that village? Why this village attracted you? And the boy couldn't say even one word of what he would like to see in a village. That was his hobby, mind you. And it turned out to be, it was a village where his sister was married. The point I'm making, please don't try to lie around. The moment you tend to lie around, you will be caught. And then you might say that 4 of you studied together. What is wrong with my personality? I have also answered. You have answered that question, and I can assure to my eminent people on the dais that in my time ensured that students who lie around did not get marks in interviews. I couldn't have done anything to a prelim in the main, but I ensured that anybody who tried to befool around, tried to throw weight around, saying that I know such and such minister, my father and such, all of them were discounted to to as low as marks possible. I guard therefore, my friends, don't do these kind of tricks. Be straightforward, be honest. If you have something in you, you will be successful. And I'm sure this is my second meeting with Athar. I met Sandhu earlier, his first meeting with Dabi. I was so surprised of the articulation. Gives me a renewed confidence of the process through which we select people, that this country is in the safe hands. I wish you very best, friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It definitely calls for a big round of applause and a standing ovation, please. A big round of applause and a standing ovation for Honorable Shri T.P. Agrawal, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. And before I call upon the chief guest of today's function, I would like to request each one of you that we have a very small section of this function left now. I request everyone to remain seated. There is a visible movement in the auditorium, so I request everyone to be seated. I would also like to gently remind all the aspiring students of UPSC exam that today at 5 o'clock sharp at the MIT Kothurut campus, Swami Vivekananda Auditorium, we are going to have an interactive session with the rank holders on how to prepare for the UPSC Civil Services exam. So all the aspiring students, along with all the successful candidates of 2015, are requested to be there at Swami Vivekananda Auditorium at 5 p.m. today. With this, I would like to request my technical team to kindly relay the film on the chief guest of today's
Let's
function.
meet the former Foreign Secretary of India, Ranjan Mathai. He joined the Indian Foreign Services in 1974 after completing his postgraduate degree in political science from Pune University, which is now known as Savitribai Phule Pune University. He is an alumnus of the National Defence College in Delhi. Shri Mathai served in Indian missions in Vienna, Colombo, Washington, Tehran, and Brussels. From 1976 to 1994, he held several key positions in the Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India. He was also the Joint Secretary heading the division responsible for India's relations with Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Maldives between 1995 and 1998. Shri Mathai was also the ambassador of India in Israel, Qatar, and France between 1998 and 2011. He was the Foreign Secretary of India for 2 years from August 2011 to July 2013. After his retirement, he was appointed High Commissioner of India to United Kingdoms. We are honored to welcome Shri Ranjan Mathai.
Please put your hands together and welcome the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai ji.
Welcome, sir. Well, thank you very much for that. The successful entrance to the civil services and the toppers in particular, whom we have felicitated, Padma Shri Prakash Singh ji, Dr. Agrawala, Mr. Dikshit, Mr. Karad and the faculty of MIT-SOG, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very great disadvantage as your last speaker of the day. Basically, most of what had to be said has already been said. Secondly, I don't have some of those kinds of real life experiences of corruption and terrorism which some of our previous speakers have had. And I was told that I should be speaking to people who are just entering service. Many of those experiences, I think, are things that you will encounter after you have entered and spent a few years in service. But the third and most important reason, I think, is that it's almost 3 o'clock. And most of you who have actually stayed, I've seen many have left, are saying to yourself, when this Buddha stops talking, we can go and have lunch. So ladies and gentlemen, I have put down my thoughts on paper. There is an expression in the English language which says you don't need to make long speeches, which is that a word to the wise is sufficient. One word is enough. But you are not here necessarily because you are wise. Wisdom is very often associated with age and experience as well as ability. But you are here because you are successful. And one of the first lessons for wisdom is not to get too carried away by success, by media exposure and public praise, which you have been told about, but most of all, which you will face by family enthusiasm. I think that's relevant because, as you have heard, you are becoming part of a system in which your abilities, your hard work, and your skills, and you have all of them, will be given opportunities to reveal themselves only if you learn to work as part of a team, of an organization, indeed, of a first system. When I joined the services in 1974, at that time Prakash Singh ji was already a senior officer, there was a joke that when you get a call to join the academy in Mussoorie, you wonder how you got in. You did a lot of work, but you wonder how you got in. After you reach there, you wonder how the others got in. That's a light-hearted comment, but there is a great sense of satisfaction you get when you mingle with others who are all joining the ladder which reaches up to the top levels of administration in our country. Of course, I can see that half the academy is already here, so probably you've met each other already. But you will learn very soon after you leave academy and training, and when you enter a post, that you must have confidence in yourself, but that overconfidence or overestimation of your own ability will not lead you on the right path. You will soon realize that generations of civil servants who have come before you would have had similar experiences, faced similar challenges, and many of them would have had the same bright ideas as you have. Of course, technology and communications have changed many things, but the basic principles of public service in a democratic system, which Dr. Agrawala spoke about, that you are part in between the policymaker and the public, these remain the same. You will work with completely new tools and techniques with IT and communications radically different from our time. But however much things may appear revolutionary, in a governmental organization, you can benefit from the experience of others. When I was in the university, I remember my professor here in Pune telling me about how important it is to learn from the older generation. And my professor quoted Newton, who is believed to have said, when people came up and said, you know, you see so far ahead of everybody else because you are a giant among men. And Isaac Newton turned around and said, I am not a giant. I see further than others because I am standing on the shoulders of those who went before me. They are the giants. I joined the Foreign Service in 1974. At that time, this service was regarded as more, quote, in demand than it is today. This is curious because since 1991 economic reforms, our country has become far more integrated with the world, and the world is far more important to our everyday life. I'll just give one example of this. In 1991, our total economic interaction with the world, mostly imports and exports, but also travels and so on, were only about 20% of India's GDP. Today, our GDP is about 5 or 6 times the size of 1991, and 50% of it comes from your external interaction, from the interaction with the rest of the world. This accentuates another fact of life. In our era of instant communication, the outside world comes into our lives through our TV sets, the internet, indeed our mobile phones, and we are immediately judged by international standards. I think we have not done very badly in national development and national security, but any comparison of the average man in India with people in the rest of the world will tell you, in the words of the poet, we have miles to go before we can sleep. And that means that in this country, within this country, there are great opportunities for service and many unfinished tasks which you will be facing. So whichever service you choose, you have great work ahead of you. So I will not seek to give you advice, but I'll make a few suggestions. I'd point to 2 or 3 elements which I think if I had been told when I was entering service, it would have been useful to me. The first is that we live in a world of modernity, and modernity means professionalism. Whichever service or department or position you are in, treat it professionally. Get a grip on the professional requirements of the job. This will help you in decision making, and when you do not have to rely on the views of the department or of your subordinates. This will also help you to get out of what is called the silo mentality, that what you are doing is the only important thing in the world. You must appreciate the larger view, and that you will be able to do, which if you acquire a professional approach. Today, Dr. Agrawala will confirm this, the most advanced bureaucracies in the world are those who have kept upgrading their professional skills and have questioned their own models. And they have completely changed their structures. And this is done by defining professional targets at each stage of your career. The second is you will adapt to new technology and techniques, but learn to make them your tools and not your masters. In civil service, you're not just a manager. You deal with the lives of people and not with goods and services only. In the present environment, as we have heard, the ability to react quickly, whether it is to the media or whether it's on the social media or whether it is even to your colleagues, is greatly helped by technology. But to be able to react effectively, you must be in touch with people's aspirations. You must understand them, empathize with them, even if you don't always agree. And then you must use the technology to reach the people. At the same time, remember that you work with constraints and are under scrutiny. Prakash Singh ji has told us about his list, but I can tell you that even in lesser situations, there are other people who have lists, and they include supervisors, auditors, and the various guardians of public service standards, the famous 3 C's. I don't have to spell them out. Therefore, you will have to adapt to conditions in which you cannot satisfy everyone or every constituency. You have to learn to be part of the system, but take the best out of it and leave out what you do not agree with. Now, you have not joined the civil service for high pay scales. Compared to my generation, you will be paid quite well as entrants or officer trainees, as you are called. In my day, after the 2nd or 3rd pay commission, we were paid 700 rupees a month, and 600 rupees went on the mess bill, which didn't leave a lot to survive. I think you will do a lot better. But if I may give a word of advice to those who I believe would like to follow the path of honesty and integrity, and I believe that most of you at this stage would, you must think a little bit about financial planning. And that is because your needs will accelerate very suddenly as your personal responsibilities grow. So such planning will help you when you are at a senior level in the service to be able to take decisions with a balanced view and not get cluttered in your mind by your own personal problems. The considerations and motivations for joining the civil services are not only material, though in our competitive country, everyone knows getting a job is pretty important. You enter the services because of the nature of the tasks and the variety of challenges involved in public life. If you keep that in mind, it will keep the career path more meaningful at every stage. You will learn to deal with the public, deal with them with firmness, but fairness and clarity, and always keep to standards of public behavior. We've had lots of important references, I think, to humility. And I think I would like to remind you of a joke about one of these. There was this young guy who managed to get into an organization, and he thought suddenly he had achieved everything in life. So he came into the office, put his feet up on the desk, picked up the phone and said, "Can I have some tea, please?" There was silence from the other side of the phone. And so finally he said, "Do you know who you are talking to?" And this young fellow said, "No, I don't. Who are you?" So the guy said, "I am the boss of this organization." So this young fellow thought very quickly and he said, "And do you know who you are speaking to?" And the boss said, "No." The young chap said, "Thank God for that," and he ran away from the room. So just remember, that joke takes me to another point. Always avoid that sense of having arrived, of having achieved everything just because you have passed an exam and a very grilling interview and entered. To be able to develop effectively, you must continue to grow. The government will give you many options for training programs, and my advice is avail of them. And in your own personal lives, keep up a sense of learning and adding to your knowledge at every stage of your career. One of the strongest bureaucracies I have seen abroad, and I've dealt with 9 different bureaucracies, not just diplomats, is one which gives opportunities to young bureaucrats before they reach even the senior levels to go outside the service and work in the private sector, or work in a foreign country, or work even in a non-governmental organization, and then come back, but come back with your seniority protected so that you add to the sum total of knowledge in the system. There is great benefit in learning from the experience of others. Listen, watch, and read. Because experience, as someone said, is a very hard teacher. You usually gain experience after the bad experience which you should not have had has passed you by. Now remember that everything I have said is subject to your own review. Because our great nation is going through what I think is, in historical terms, a unique transformation. Very few societies of our size have gone through this kind of churning. There is a great sense of entitlement and demand among our citizens, and what we used to call the revolution of rising expectations. We have to deal with this and deal with it quickly in real time. That is essential if what we are told is the demographic dividend of a young country. The average age of India is 27. If it does not become a demographic nightmare, it means the administration has to improve. We are 1/6 of the world's population, and you have to build the country in a way in which all these young people become stakeholders in our system. At a time of drastic change and upheaval, you have to be not just a steel frame, but you have to be a network, providing service and development to the people. That is a bigger task and a greater challenge than we faced in our time because of the speed of change, not because of the change itself. But you have knowledge and talent, and you will acquire the skills to do the job. And from today's felicitation function, you will know that the people of the country are with you. They will back you up if you take the right decisions. Good luck. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. A big round of applause once again. A big round of applause, please. And definitely a big round of applause and a standing ovation for all the guests that we have received today. A big round of applause, please. For Honorable Shri Ranjan Mathai ji, Shri Prakash Singh ji, Honorable Shri D.P. Agarwal ji, Shri Praveen Dikshit ji. A big round of applause. And continue your applaud because we have just received rank 30, Miss Indu. I request her to kindly come forward. Rank 30, Miss Indu, yeah. We received her late, but nevertheless, this function is for you. Welcome. You may accept your seats. All India rank 30, Miss Indu. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. I now request Professor Felicitation Haridas, Associate Director of MIT School of Government, to kindly give away the vote of thanks.
We must find a minute time to stop for a while and say big thank you for the people, those who have made the difference in our lives. The dignitaries, those are on the dais, they're the one who have made the difference for Mother India, not only in mine and your life. They have changed and they have contributed to the entire India. These are the one, those have always done the good things which they can. By all the means, which they can, in all the places which they can, and in all the times which they can, for all the people which they can, and definitely expecting all of you, those are sitting here, to do the good things as long as you can. So my thanks to all of you for taking the time out from Manch MIT group of institutions, from MIT School of Government and MIT-CST institution. I say a big thank you for all of you. I also thank all the UPSC qualifiers for making it today. Also a big thank you for all the rank holders, all of you, all the audience, all of you, big thanks for all of you. Can I request all of you to stand for the national anthem, please?
Before we have the national anthem, let me just remind all of you once again that today at 5 p.m. sharp, we are going to have the interactive session on how to prepare for UPSC Civil Services examination at MIT Kothurut campus, and it will be at Swami Vivekananda Auditorium. So please be there at 5 p.m. sharp. After the national anthem, I'm going to request all the successful candidates to kindly come up stage once again for the photograph all together. Yes, we may have the national anthem, please.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय जय मंगलदायक जय हे
Thank you very much. I request all the successful candidates to kindly come up stage, please. All the dignitaries, if I request all the successful candidates to kindly stand behind the chairs of the dignitaries. Please stand behind the chairs of the dignitaries so that we can have a beautiful, memorable photograph. I request the photographers to kindly guide us the way candidates should stand for the photograph. I request my photography team to give us the directives, the way they should be standing. The gates of the auditorium may now be opened for others to exit. But please do remember to be there at 5 p.m. sharp for the interactive session with the rank holders on how to prepare for UPSC Civil Services examinations. All those who want to prepare may be there at the Swami Vivekananda Auditorium.
Thank you very much. I thank all the dignitaries once again, all the people from press and media, and all the people in the technology backup, everyone at the backstage, the Felicitation team. I thank each one of you for being a part of this magnificent function today. I request each one of you once again